begathon or tip me and do this and do that. We're not doing that. It's business as usual here on DSP Gaming. We play games, we have fun. If you guys like it, you support it. The week is going slow, tough through it. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. Tips very low now, but I've noticed tips very low right now. The week is going slow, it gets to me. My life is ruined, this is how I'm doing. The losers out there who thinks that they know shit, kiss my fucking ass and eat my shit now. A full podcast booked, full gameplay streams booked, everything's booked. Everything's booked. Can't do anything crazy. And I don't even have enough to buy groceries. It sucks. The week is going slow, tough through it. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. Tips very low now, but I've noticed tips very low right now. The week is going slow, it gets to me. My life is ruined, this is how I'm doing. The losers out there who thinks that they know shit, kiss my fucking ass and eat my shit now. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing.
Internet in 2016 for accidentally beating off on camera. Now, luckily, nothing was shown. There was absolutely nothing exposed to the internet. It was just me doing my offense. I went viral for it. I just want the bust. Oh, man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. Oh my God, look how big he is. Oh my God. Wow. That thing is a monster. I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the wow. Give me the monster. I just want the
Vibrant and robust. Wow.
I just want the bust. I just want the give me the monster. I just want the wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the bust. I just want the bust. Oh!
I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. Hello, everybody. It's Darkside Phil. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill. Stupid fucking trolls, man. I just want to chill. I rock back and forth on the X and Y axis. Tip me so I could catch up on back taxes, making large stacks, refunding chargebacks, and my laugh sounds like act. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. 50 bitch here, 50 bitch there, 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. I need that money. I really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. I want to have chill streams. No detractor memes. Bathroom breaks. Playing WWE. Relaxing chill session. Street Fighter 3. Like I'm getting my vibe back from 2017. 50 bitch here. 50 bitch there. 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. 50 bitch here. 50 bitch there. 50 bit bitch. Raise your hands in the air. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. I'm the one who.
That being said,
That being said.
Hello. This is Phil Burnett. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. Team Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Steve to the dead, psychological style host. Get well soon, man. Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to That Being Said. This is episode 97. ALT, please guide us.
Hello, what's up, brothers? You cockers, how you doing, everybody? Super Scuffer confirmed that is an okay term to use. It is not racist at all, so I will continue to use the term cockers to explain all of you. Hope you're doing well out there, everybody. Sundays. Yes, it is a fucking term.
Okay, sorry.
Don't you ever forget it, cocker. All right, anyways, let's get into it. Sunday time, fun time, and we brought a few legends with us. All right, first legend goes by the name of Baxter. Hello, Baxter.
Hi, happy to be back again.
Nice to have you with us here today. Next up, we have another legend. This is a fringe one, though. Snood.
I'm on the precipice. I'm on the outside looking in. I don't care. Frankly, I like it this way better, actually. So
Yes.
Okay.
And finally,
Hello.
musical style, producer style legend that will tell us about the business style announcements. Meerkat, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. Welcome. It's another episode. This week, we have something a little bit different. You know, we're doing the King of the Ring. Speaking of which, it's going to take place a week and a half from now. It's the 4th of April, so mark that on your calendars. The finalists should send in their entries on the 2nd or 3rd at the latest. So we got time to organize and go through everything and get it ready. And there's no mistakes, or we don't have to disqualify anybody, even though this time we don't have any reason to do so. Also, in other news, we decided to do something a little bit different when it comes to the CHKING this time. Finalists and the winner itself is going to be determined by a poll voted on by everybody. You're going to get a couple of days. But also, we have something a little bit extra, which is called the CHKING of Retro, which is for songs that came out before we started doing whatever we're doing. And you wanna give them a nice little shout out. We're gonna make a community post about it, so you get to post the links in there. We're gonna add it to a poll, and people's favorite is gonna be the CHKING of Retro. That's it with that, pretty much.
Big ups. Also,
not in it. Not interested.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit. Frankly,
Why not? Because
I'm
you're
not in it. Don't give a shit because I got
Come
screwed.
on.
Because I got fucked over.
that ass
whatever.
man.
Whatever. I'm glad to
All
hear
right,
it.
Meerkat,
Should be a good time.
real quick, producer style thing. People are saying the same shit about my mic, dude. What's going on?
Oh,
boy.
What am I doing? It sounds fine. Like I'm peaking again. But it sounds
Disaster
fine to all
stream.
of us. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good.
You
to
tell me,
everybody.
chat, am I peaking or what? And don't be lying. If anyone lies, they're banned instantly, by the way.
Yeah, I'm
Is this-
gonna turn you down.
Yeah, just turn it down. I guess. Turn it down. Turn it down. Turn it down. Anyways, let's get to it today. So,
Alright, that should be good.
Meerkat, if
Well-
you could, before we get to the nonsense of this week, I'd like to go back in time just a bit, Meerkat, if you don't mind.
All right.
Could we please play the what is it? The one from DSP versus the internet. Just a quick
Hell
little
yeah.
diversion here before we start.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start with my favorite part, which is the racism. So yes, let's get right
yeah.
into it. So
Just
this one
real
is
quick.
called whatever this one is called. Okay, this is it.
Pay attention.
So this is
right
him
here.
reacting. This is a fake K9 or whatever it's called. Pipe Dream / Modern Warfare 3. You know how he names his react stuff? Well, this is one of them.
I have
Yes.
no idea
This
what
is Dead
any of that
Rising
title
2.
is supposed to mean, to be
The
honest
part
with
where-
you.
The part we're interested in, Dead Rising 2. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Out here.
You need to pay attention out here, buddy. Would you like pork fried rice?
Oh my god.
So racist.
So, just listen to the
Oh!
explanation here.
Oh my God, look at his face.
Listen to the explanation. Here's why we're here. Okay, listen to this explanation.
All right.
See now.
Jesus.
Once again,
Uh-oh.
back then, this is very old. This is 2010, so this is over 13 years ago. Was when this playthrough was.
Oh.
Actually,
Wow.
this playthrough happened when I had lost my job, and so this was one of the first playthroughs I had done.
Ah.
Okay,
I was
So
very
this is like
depressed.
15 years ago.
racism.
I was very
Mhm.
depressed.
Then
Just some casual post-workplace racism. 'Cause,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
know.
you're getting
You
stressed
can't
out
really
in
for your
life.
job for no
Steve.
reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
You just let loose by dropping some ends, right?
Yeah.
Who among us
whatever.
hasn't laid out some racist stuff after we get fired? I mean,
Yeah. Come on.
all right, keep going here, guys. Like 10 more
that
seconds
kind
of
of
this.
humor, no one was offended. No one.
All right.
No one came
No
to my
one.
video.
Ah, sure.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, so you got the point. Jay, what's the guy's name on Joe Rogan's show? Could you please bring
Jamie.
up the Jamie? Could you please bring up the video style video under the DSP versus the internet?
Oh,
Meerkat, if you don't mind.
This one? Yeah, this one is
Yes.
straight up evil, man. Like,
Yes.
goddamn, get a load of
Oh,
this
shit.
one,
Please-
guys.
Please
Uh-huh.
listen to the reaction of John Rambo because remember, no one cared. No one at all cared. So
Sounds
you
good.
think no one would react, right? Okay, please, Meerkat, if you don't mind.
All right, let's get these fuckers. Fucking slant-eyed, disgusting. What the fuck? Greasy fucking.
Jesus.
Hmm.
Yeah, holy.
Hmm.
That's right.
Both
Like-
members of his chat were extremely shocked by that statement. Not chat, excuse me. His co-op partners.
The live people around him.
Yes. What the fuck? What are you
Jesus.
saying?
Jesus, dude.
And
Say-
just
okay,
to hammer, yeah, go ahead, please.
I was just because I don't really want to say the term again because I find that like to be extremely,
Yeah.
extremely rude. But that's like a crazy kind of like ancient racism, right? Like
Yes.
that's boomer racism right there. Like he was
Exactly.
born
Yeah.
with that.
This is not even a funny one that, sometimes is used in punchlines. It's just like a
Thank
straight
you.
up hateful slur. There was no other way to say it. Cat's getting
There's
the
no-
Sorry, buddy.
No delivery. Nothing. It's just straight up, shot from the hip. Racism, racism, racism. It's
What's
like,
the
what
first thing I
hell?
can think of? I know.
Jesus.
And then to finally hammer this point home, last point, to fully, I'm trying to dismantle his retcon of how no one cared. I went to the obviously we all know Mei Ling catching strays. I don't give a shit what they say in China. We don't need to play that. We know all about that. So what I did with that video from DSP Gaming was I took all the comments and put it into ChatGPT and say, what do you think from these comments? Right? What do you think the overall kind of feeling was from the comments? And I will read it here. This is ChatGPT's analysis of the comments on DSP's own video, right? And I even did not include any new ones. So if I saw one from like last 3 years, I didn't even count it. So the 102 comments. Based on the comments you've shared, it appears that many commenters have negative views regarding the content of the video, particularly with respect to instances of perceived racism. There's
Those
a
are trolls?
significant number of
Uh-huh.
comments that express disapproval or disappointment, indicating that at least among these commenters, the sentiment leans negative.
No,
So
those are
there we
trolls,
go.
and they're jealous.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it doesn't
Oh.
count. Thank you. Okay,
Uh,
please.
I just think
ChatGPT is a detractor.
I
Thank
think
you.
they made ChatGPT woke, and that's the real problem here.
Yeah,
yes.
uh-huh. I agree.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah.
let's get a little bit lighthearted. Let's get a little bit educational. I'm bringing up this topic because I think it has huge meme potential, so I want everybody to be aware of it, and I want to raise awareness to the fact that you can invest in it while it's still not a very hype meme, and you can be a part of it. Have you guys heard of tummy time? Well, tummy time is something that babies have to do so their heads don't get misshaped, and also known as flathead syndrome. So flathead syndrome is what you see here on the left side when a baby is let to sit on their back for too long. And also, I will present to you, without comment, Exhibit B, which is this one in particular. So we know the lore is that apparently in school they call them oddly shaped head fill or something like that. And I think it has a better ring to it if we just go flathead fill. I think it's just, it's a better vibe to it. So there you go.
Phil with the oddly shaped head sounds so stupid and so like rhythmic on its own, though, that I feel like I can't get away from that. I love Phil with the oddly shaped head.
I like this. It's just a straight fucking line. You could make a straight line with that. It's like a ruler.
Protractor with that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also asked people on Twitter for their submissions for this. And, of course, a lot of the ones with the beanie are very good because then you get to ignore the hair itself, so you get to see the more of a genuine shape of the head. And here we got one as well. This one is hot.
Yeah. That's a pronounced line.
Oh, my God. That's straight as an arrow right there.
I feel like you could make crepes with that, right? Like, that little tool that they use to like smooth them all out into like one big disc. Yeah.
They have the spatulas now circling around. What do you want, Junior?
Now, hold on. Is this a false positive? Are we seeing the effects of extended grease gravity on the back of his head? Like additionally, he does sit with his head like back against his chair all the time, right? So perhaps whatever he's been wiping out of his, like digging out of his ears and, wiping on his chair, maybe that's what's getting him there.
No.
Yeah, we also got a couple of other submissions. This one is very hot too. With a fresh haircut.
Yeah.
You didn't notice it until you see like it's a straight line.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh shit, the fade. No.
Oh,
God damn it.
The fade is a crime against humanity by itself, but
holy shit.
With a combo with the shape is just something else.
He looks like Guile.
In what way?
His perfectly flat back of his head and his skull has corners, dude. You're not supposed to have corners in your skull.
Look at this step-like fade done by
Oh my God, that posture can't be good for you.
Mama.
Jesus.
So yeah, this is on that topic. So we got to learn something. Everybody make sure to invest in Flatcoin because it's the hot new currency. It's coming up.
Brilliant.
And also you need tummy time.
Definitely.
Tummy time.
Please do tummy time. Remember tummy time. Also underwear time if you're lucky. Not with your babies though, with your significant mothers, please.
Yep. We also have something that ALT wanted to show us. This is the WWE 2K14 moment.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick, let me set it up. So, there is this video that I didn't know existed. I know some of you out there probably did, but Philip was on a show called some Gamer Talk, whatever shit, with like P-Dog and a few of his other fans that ran the forums for him, and he agreed to do some voiceover work. So I've timestamped for you, Meerkat, all of DSP's lines. And remember, DSP would in later years say he really thinks he could be a between skills. So yeah, just keep playing. Let's hear how good he is at voice acting here. Come on.
All right.
Well, you'll just have to see tonight. Oh my God! This is the beginning of a new era.
DSP's coming up here. Great timing.
I'm hating this.
With all due respect, Mr. McMahon.
Oh my God.
This is bullshit, Lord. And you know it. I've been doing gameplay playthroughs since the very beginning.
Bruh.
I am the only average Joe gamer on YouTube. Everyone else just does it for money. I should be champ by default, not fighting against that pro troll Kane.
He's awesome, dude.
Well,
he sounds like an AI of himself.
Yeah, like a lot of people thought it was AI, but it's
Jesus.
really fucking him. Go to the next timestamp, Meerkat, if you don't mind.
Sure. This one is at 9:45 right here.
Yes, please.
Oh, this is
There's
some
only,
hot
like-
content right from the vault.
It's still on YouTube, right?
Don't worry, I got an idea.
Everyone saw how I beat down Kane last week on Raw. For some reason, I lost because I couldn't see the rules anywhere. Nothing I can do. Due to broken match mechanics, I believe it is only fair that I should be champion.
You suck at this.
It's Mr. McMahon.
So like
Yeah.
that's it for that one. So he really leaned into a few of the memes there, though. It's really kind of odd, actually, how he said like broken match mechanics. He was not against it at this point. I know there's a few more, Meerkat, if you don't mind.
Yep.
Yeah, but it didn't sound like him talking at all. Like it didn't sound like anything like he himself.
No, but he's definitely reading.
How do you feel?
He's definitely trying to act.
There's a script, but I don't know.
It looked pretty intense, and you're left unconscious by the end of it.
Anthony who? Oh, you mean Kane's friend whatever? He's just a hater and a nobody, and he lives off other people's fame. He's also lucky that blocking and reversals weren't working for me. Otherwise,
can't
I would have
block.
knocked him into next week.
How
Couldn't block. Yeah.
how the fuck do you not act like yourself when you're acting? You know what I'm saying? The character you're playing is you, and you don't sound anything like that, Phil.
You know,
like
Yeah.
this reminds me of the classic NBA 2K voice acting moment. I'm going to show
Yes.
you guys because it's beautiful. So this is
Oh,
actual
yes.
real life basketball players who got invited to voice act as themselves in the NBA 2K game. And this is what happens.
Oh my, someone called the National Weather Service. We had an unanticipated storm in the building tonight. Homeboy was
sounds
raining
like that.
threes down on these fools. Bam, 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 one after another. They'll lose track of you and boom, another one. That was sweet
Another
to
one.
see. You keep shooting like that, it's gonna make a huge difference for us.
And there was this one just real quick because there was
All
one.
right, because if I have to
Yeah,
learn
this one.
anything, it's that you have to tune out the noise. Only thing that matter is what happens.
Oh my
between
God.
do the work, listen to the
Jesus.
culture, and the result will take care of themselves. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money, the nice hotel, the private jets. Remember that, and you will be fine. Okay.
Okay.
Like,
So-
reading is kind of not the strong suit either, so it's kind of like with a skin, kind of close enough.
Well,
Please.
I
just
don't know
don't
who
voice
thought-
the characters. Just don't do that. I don't know. It's not really necessary.
Anyway,
this-
this content is literally, dude. Like they do matches, and there's not even commentary over that. They'll just do the match. That's part of this video. It's like
Yeah.
simmed matches.
And sorry, what is this? Did someone whose
This is
idea was
a
this?
sim, a fucking created story where this dude, as a fan of DSP, got DSP involved. There's like Cyber Demon in here too. I don't know if if you're into speedrunning, you might have recognized that name, Cyber Demon. Kane bringing the game, which is used to be a troll but reformed into a Phil fan. It's very
Whoa.
deep. It's not even
That's
that
a rough
interesting though.
trajectory.
It's not even that interesting, so like it's not even worth covering. But just Phil's voice acting is worth showing.
Dude,
But-
Pandalee's in there too.
yeah, but not even her though. Someone acts as her. It's really
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that
Oh,
backwards.
my
Then
God.
I read that backwards.
Someone act because she couldn't even do it. She wouldn't even do it.
Wow.
So this is Burnell again.
Yes, we'd love to see this.
He's
Burnell
about to cut a promo.
hitting his promo. Yeah, hitting his promo. Come on. Hell yeah.
You know, I'm sick of these two haters spreading lies about me because they're jealous.
Jealous.
They keep bullying me, and I'm tired of it. You know, I'm gonna end them once and for all.
It's Anthony.
What's his timing?
He's headed for the ring.
so fucking slow.
Business is about to pick up.
Anyways, all right, you got the point. Philip's the horrible voice.
Yeah.
What kind of notes would you have given Phil in that?
Well,
Like after that, okay, that's the first draft that he sent you. Doesn't quite fit what you're looking for. What are your notes that you're giving him on that?
Well, I don't know about notes. I think he's a lost cause. But even when he did a line for for Larry Bundy Jr., he did a line for Guru Larry, and his he did a cartoon, thing. And Philip had one line, and Guru Larry said it took 5 times back and forth.
No way.
Try to get Philip to say the line with any emotion at all.
That's very funny.
And we can play. It's literally one line. So here, Mercat, I'll send it to you. It's anyway. It's not even worth it. It's the same shit. You know it.
Bear in mind that he talks all the time about how he used to do all the musicals in high school stuff.
Yeah.
You imagine him in Greece dancing around in a leather jacket and maybe less grease in his hair than normal.
No, remember he said like he got a non-talking part. Remember?
Oh, he was a tree.
Yeah, he was
classic.
the tree. Yeah, he was the tree. He was Grease Lightning. Oh, he was the car. He was the Grease, actually.
Oh, cool. That's a good role. All
right, there you go, Mirka. I sent it to you if you want to play. But it's literally one line. But you could get it. Just adds to the point of this nonsense.
Brother, I told you not to send me stuff on Discord.
Oh yeah,
gonna fuck up the whole.
Where can I send it to you, brother?
Email.
I want to hang
on my business email. Of course.
What's that, brother?
Okay. I want to hang and I want to bang, but I don't know where to bang. Where do I stick it in?
All right,
That's
here
all
we
I
are.
know.
Wait, I put it on a loading screen. I got it now.
Talk about the link. That's fine.
Contain lizard meat.
And another guy who reports the same exact piece of news 4 days later.
Did you hear? Joe's Rat Burgers actually contains lizard meat. Oh man, I'm so angry right now. I'm gonna flail my arms around for no reason. Forced anger.
We also had a guy who gave reactions.
That took 5 times back and forth. 5 times back and forth to get that level of emotion.
You can hear that he's smiling while he's saying the lines, so that he sounds like he's like happy or something, or he has an emotion.
Forced anger.
Forced anger. I wonder how much of his issues stem from like reading comprehension issues, because like I think a normal person with adequate reading comprehension can read a bunch of lines and be like, I know what I'm supposed to sound like when I say I'm happy. Like,
I wonder.
Yeah, but he constantly gives up the vibe that he thinks, oh my god, this is so stupid. What am I doing right now? And it just comes over. The audience can read that sentiment out of you.
Absolutely. I've thought about that a lot too, about how a lot of stuff that he does is a lot of like, oh, I don't actually enjoy this. I'm actually like way cooler than this. So actually, I'm not enjoying this because I'm cool.
Yeah, and he'll do that for every fucking thing possible. Like, this Jay guy, I don't know who that is.
Never heard of them. Not interested.
Again, I literally hate all other content creators on YouTube. I fucking hate their guts. I don't have time to watch anything.
Now, I don't know any details about this, but here's all the details.
I know nothing about him, okay? Nothing. Let me tell you everything about his fucking life, okay? He was born in 1987.
People are saying he lives in an attic in Canada somewhere. I don't know. Jeez, I don't know any of the details. I don't know anything about it.
He has long, luscious hair. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know. I don't know.
This
is what I'm hearing. This is what everybody's telling me. I don't know.
I don't know.
So shall we just get into the Jay segment and have a quick recap of what happened with that, and we can also react to his video that he made that.
I would love that.
Outstanding.
Yeah, let's
man.
do it.
It's gold.
Let's do it.
So, a quick little catch up on the whole Jay Review Tech USA saga. So Jay is Review Tech USA's former editor, and they had what I would best describe as a domestic dispute live on the internet in front of everybody, because that's the best way you take care of your business relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Jay's quote unquote community manager going around giving DSP super chats, saying, "Hi Phil, I'm apparently getting hate for sending you some love on here tonight. I sent you a DM tonight again on Twitter. Jay would love to talk to you. Please let us know." And then he sent him an email with information, stuff like that. And then Jay claims that DSP was the guy who reached out to him first. Now, in response to these super chats, these messages, he says, I never asked him to do that. Yes?
Real quick, Mirka, just so you know, 1, 2, with that guy up there, whoever, the dent that sent the money, 1, 2 cents.
Yes.
He is not like working with Jay or anything. This is 1, 2 cents trying to be like proactive, I guess. It's like,
yeah.
For example, someone in chat right now sending money to LTG and saying, please come on please come on That Being Said podcast. That's the same exact thing.
Oh,
it's a rogue dent.
But he claims to be the community manager. So did he just like gave himself that title?
No, I think that's a misunderstanding.
Okay.
Yeah, it literally
Because,
says it in his bio.
community
here.
manager. All right, I guess he's the community manager. Is that a self-proclaimed title? I could be the community manager of Edge by I want to if I say it.
I guess.
No, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, you've seen how irritating this Jay guy is online. So I think someone of his level of like lame ass internet culturedom would be like, oh, okay, I should get a community manager so that people know what's going on in the community. Like that's kind of the vibe I get from this a bit, and the idea that this guy just like went around behind Jay's back without Jay knowing about that somehow doesn't seem right to me. Something's fishy about that to me.
So, well, anyways, that's not the important part. Whether he works for him or not, it's not clear for me. But I'm Chaos Realm 01's community manager. Yes.
No better guy for the job. So Jay initially, he made a tweet saying that him and Phil are gonna have a totally chill, cool, fun stream about gaming and nothing else. They're just gonna hang out with like two good boys that have been mistreated by the internet and just have a good little time. But here, this is basically the follow-up to that. The DSP thing was something I wanted to do because he reached out to me. That never happens. I thought we'd get a little bit more insight into Phil if he opened up. However, he obviously only wants to do a fluff interview to spite Rich, which I find funny for someone saying they don't want to get involved with the drama. At this point, I don't think we'll ever get any truth from him, but I tried. Yes, everybody was right. Phil is Phil. He'll never talk about anything serious, even though the initial concept was to have nothing serious and to just be a chit-chat about video games that are not very serious.
Could you show the initial one, Meerkat, on Jay's
I
tweet?
tried to find it, but apparently
he does tweet
I didn't do a very good job because I couldn't.
He is a tweeter.
I'm kind of laughing at the premise of just like it's just going to be a normal stream just about gaming and nothing else. Okay, like if you've ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where they're like, we just want some chill bros to come and hang out. Nothing sexual. Put that in capital letters. Nothing sexual.
And now I guess we can just dive right into the DSP response because that is just something else. It's unique, it's robust, and it's definitely meaningful.
Phil.
So this video is provided to us by Memology 101. So this happened. I was watching this live. He came back from break when he was about to play Baldur's Gate 3 because that's like the only thing he plays nowadays, and he just decided to address the drama by making a dedicated video about it.
I know. And I don't get into drama, by the way. I'm making a separate video.
Yes. And there is something...
Before I start my gameplay after my podcast, by the way.
Yes.
There is something very entertaining in this video, specifically in the background, that you guys are going to notice right away. And it gets better the more you keep watching. So let's try giving it a shot.
Okay, guys, we're about to start. Before we start, I would like to clarify something that apparently gone on. I had no idea it was going on. As usual, I'm always out of the loop of everything, right? And then I find out after the
Dennis
fact.
Nedry. Love the shirt.
And I'm like, what? Like, what happened?
And I'm like, huh?
It's not true. No one believes you. You're an idiot. So I'm actually going to make a brief video about it right now, just to explain. And then we're going to go into Baldur's Gate 3. Okay?
You're out of the loop.
So I'm going to do this real fast because I had no intention of doing this.
Thank God. Thanks, Memology.
I love when drama videos start with, I never wanted to make this video. That's my favorite.
Now I have to.
I had no idea. I had no idea I'd be making this video in this topic.
Oh, okay. I really hate to make this video. Yeah, that's
You have to think about the implications of that. It's like if there would be a constant stream of different people talking about DSP, he would never get to gameplay at any point because someone would always be spreading some kind of lie that he had to debunk. That's amazing.
Hate to do this though.
Okay, everyone, hello.
What I really like when a like an apology video or a drama video starts is 2 to 3 to 4 minutes of just manually adjusting your stream elements and dragging, resizing cameras and stuff.
Also, bring an animal. Bringing animals helps. So if you have a dog, bring them. Cat, they're all fine too. Start petting
wife, bring her in.
Yeah, wife too. Kids are great for that. That's why I have kids. Because one day someone's gonna try to cancel me. So I got 2 kids just in case, you know. Hey guys, Yeah.
Can we just go back and hear if he does do a sigh as he starts? Like as he starts
It's
the
got to
recording?
be.
Like just and I mean just
yeah.
before his speech here, not after he's done resizing. Yeah.
When he hits the YouTube record.
Okay, everyone, hello. Phil here.
Okay,
There was,
that might have
an
fast forwarded
inhale,
through.
but not a
Yeah.
Inhale,
sigh.
yeah.
I saw the breathe in too, which is the
Making
same
an-
for Phil, really, because he sounds very wheezy coming in or out.
Impromptu video. Wasn't planning on doing this today, but
Oh, hated
I
this.
guess some stuff is going on either behind the scenes or publicly. I
Where
have
you
no
looking
clue.
at? Where are you looking, buddy? You gonna find it in the walls?
So
Some
it-
stuff is going on, I guess. I don't know.
Behind the scenes.
or in front of the scenes, I have no clue, but I'm making this dedicated video addressing it. So that's a great start already.
I know so little. I don't even know where it's happening. Is it behind the curtain? Is it in front of the curtain? There's like two places it could be happening,
right?
dude.
Corners? I don't know.
Stage left or stage right, maybe.
As you know, I don't get wrapped up in drama. I try to stay out of it as much as I can. Okay.
Oh,
But there's a situation going on right now, and I just want to clarify it from my perspective. All right, take that as you will. So over the weekend, I had someone come on my streams. Their name was One's 2 Cents, and you know they were very supportive. They contributed to one of my streams, and behind the scenes, they shot me an email, and they said, "I like how you handled the situation with Rich and Jay, his editor." All right. Now, for those who don't know, I don't know anything about this. I don't follow the real situation. For what I'm to understand,
I'll tell you everything about
I
it real
guess
quick.
Rich,
Here we
Review Tech
go.
USA, had an editor who he paid to do a lot of work for him, and I guess they're having some kind of a dispute where he got fired, and he thinks that Rich owes him money. I have no clue. Okay, I really
Those
don't.
are
I
a
don't pay
ton of
attention.
details to have
Those are the
no
exact
clue
details.
about
Thank
it.
you.
That-
You gave us the
that's a
exact
lot
details.
of clue. Is that not the
Yeah.
exact situation too? Right? It's the exact situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for clearing that up, Philip.
Thank you.
To any of this. I don't care about the drama of others. All right. Rich is a whore.
A whore, you know.
I'm sorry. Rich is a whore. But someone had asked me a week or two ago about it on stream, and I said, "You want to know my honest answer? I don't care. I don't care if Rich is having some kind of a falling out with his view."
This is, by the way, the original audio in the background. He just left the game audio roll. Yeah, it's his.
Yeah.
Oh,
The bonus
he's
gave
not-
free music.
He's not wearing the neck phones though. He can't tell.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he can't hear it.
They're
viewership
off.
and audience, and now they don't like him because they think he did something bad. In truth, here's my rationale and thought when it comes to this
Adds
kind of
to it
stuff.
so
All
much.
right.
Yeah, it's very menacing.
I wish everyone the best. I want everyone to be happy, and I feel like if everyone was doing well and was happy, no one would be nasty to each other in life or on the internet or anything, right? Like if everything was going good and everyone had good stuff going on, why are you going to go after someone else, right?
Great point.
Because for me, when I'm happy and things are going well, I only think about enjoying that. I don't think about, oh, let's go attack someone else and have a bad time.
Right.
And maybe
right.
someone like Rich, the fact that he makes content that's derogatory to others, you know, gossip shit. Maybe that's why he does it. I don't know. Maybe he's just unhappy in his own life.
This is
Who knows,
not
right?
gossip. What I'm
But
doing right now,
I'm not-
by the way.
No, definitely not. This is not gossip though.
This is
Okay, cool.
addressing. That's different.
Clarifying the nonsense. Clarifying the nonsense.
He's just stating facts. All right?
Just being honest with you guys, okay?
That's well, technically, it's just raising awareness, the drama that's going on, and attracting some attention to it, so you can address it, which is not gossip. It's not gossip.
Than any of this shit. Because people were like, well, are you happy that things are falling apart for Rich? And I answered, no, I'm not happy that things are falling apart for Rich. I don't care about it particularly. But at the same time, just because there's someone who I feel has done me wrong in my life, I don't wish them hurt. I don't wish them discomfort or pain. I wish everyone could be happy and just get along in their own lanes or whatever and not bother each other, right? That's my perspective, okay? Listen,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to come through as honest.
It's such a
as
weird
I
thing to say. I don't wish them hurt or discomfort or pain. I don't.
he goes
Really?
pretty intense. Yeah, hurt or pain.
I love streaming. I love games. All right. So anyway, that's all I had to say. I wish Rich well. I hope that whatever happens, you know, I don't wish him poorly.
Rich. Well,
just because
this is
personally,
this is funny
this guy.
considering that he told Rich that if he weren't to exist, the world would be a better place. If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, I wish him well, but if he wouldn't exist, the world would be a better place.
that's not hurt though. That's just
Nah.
not existing.
That's also not drama or gossip either, okay?
Oh yes, yes.
He used that whole basically he cut a promo on all the kind of like a umbrella term, the drama YouTubers, and told them that exact thing, that if they didn't exist, the world would be a better place, and that they technically shouldn't even exist.
Is having negative stuff going to,
and that happened like less than 2 months ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
going on for him. I'm not happy for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to be involved. I don't care. I just want everyone to be happy, right? So I guess some people like that response. They thought, oh, Phil will be
By the way, let's just be clear here. Phil is saying, I guess some people like that response. Why might he think that? Because this once 2 cent dude, who is a community manager for Jay, sent him an email trying to get him on the show. So of course you're gonna butter up the guest, you know, like, oh, loved your work, responding to Rich. Want to come on our show? That's all he's talking about. But Phil takes from that. I guess a lot of people are saying I handled the Rich thing well. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, people are saying it's their favorite reaction to something now. You know, someone gave me $200, so that must mean everybody likes it. He got $200 from 1 2 cents, didn't he?
So like over the course of his streams in total, I believe.
That's enough for
But
me.
still,
Like,
that's crazy. But yeah.
that's nuts.
Yeah, that whole thing with what you guys just said reminds me of when somebody asked him, "Hey Phil, would you say you're holier than thou?" And he was like, "Well, I don't know, man, but if you say so, I guess."
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, there are people out there who just, like, you know, do toxic shit, and, you know, would I say I'm holier than them? I guess I am holier than them. Yes.
Would I call myself a hero?
No.
Yet.
That's not for me to decide.
Yeah.
You tell me if I'm the hero.
Now.
Oh,
If you don't, you're banned.
A lot of people are telling me I'm a hero. Well, I guess I am then.
I made fun of him for years of being in a miserable position, and he's not doing that, and they respected that.
This is like, goddamn, this was like 2 minutes of him talking about how miserable Rich is right now. We're not even talking about DSP's involvement in the whole thing.
And how great of a guy Phil is for responding correctly, which is what? Not
Best
saying
response
anything?
I've ever seen. Best response I've ever seen.
We love it. We love it.
I think Ones to Sense was one of those people. And so he contacted me over the weekend and said, would you be interested in having like a chill stream with Jay? I guess Jay is the former editor of Rich, because he's a really down-to-earth guy. He's a nice guy, and he's expressed interest.
I guess. Hear that? Now he doesn't know who anyone is still. I guess Jay is the editor. You already told us that part of the story, brother. You can't pretend you don't know about it now.
And they also DM'd each other. It's like, at this point, you should know who you're talking to, I guess.
Like, think about telling this story if it was actually happening to you. Someone, like, as DSP tells it, someone you don't know and don't know anything about just comes to you with this random thing that you've never heard of, and he's like, I like the way that you handled that. So would you like to come on my show with Jay? And you'd be like, huh? Who's Jay? I have no idea about any of this. But yeah, I'll come on your show. I don't know you at all, but sure.
Yeah, like you would not be saying yes to this in the real world.
Exactly.
If he really didn't know who it was. No way. But of course.
Does he know how many followers Jay has? Because presumably if it's less than side scrollers, it's trash. It should be thrown out, right? Like, I'm not coming on that.
Side scrollers.
I'm not coming on that bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess,
But anyways,
I guess at this point, Phil is very interested in collaborating with people as long as it's only exclusively about gaming and video games and very positive, chill stuff like that. Because he really wants to have somebody on his side at this point. It doesn't matter if they're small, if they're big. He doesn't want to get his story out there. He just wants to have somebody who doesn't just blatantly spit in his face and call him names on the internet.
And anyone at this point who just echoes his opinions.
And if he's got a bunch of rich deadheads hanging around too, all the better, right? I may as well get involved with Jay if I can maybe get a new editor and also some dentheads who like to give him money too, right?
Yeah.
Be talking with you. And I don't know Jay, I don't know anything about him at all. I've never had a conversation with him. I've never heard him speak, nothing. I know nothing about him. And so I got this email. I said, all right. So I went on Twitter and I realized I had Jay blocked. Now, probably it's because during the years that he...
Why doesn't this surprise me?
Blacked. That's
worked for Rich. Him and Rich have done derogatory tweets and things about me. So probably that's what it was. And I probably just blocked it to stop
You've
nonsense.
done a derogatory tweet against me.
My timeline. I'm sorry I don't believe you.
Yes.
I'm sorry I totally don't believe you. So I unblocked him and I sent him a DM. And I was like, hey, So I've heard that, you're interested in maybe having a chill stream or something. We can talk about that. My perspective is if we do it, we shouldn't even bring up Rich at all. It should just be a stream where we just talk and hang out or whatever, right? And so he responded back and he's like, well, that sounds good. My perspective is I want to have positive fun with games. Maybe we could just have a stream where we just talk about whatever we're doing, what we do and stuff like that. And we went back and forth for a couple of days now, like once a day. Like it'll be night and I'm going to sleep and I'm checking all my stuff. Like, oh yeah, let me see if he sent me a DM and I'll check.
Odd. Why are you saying this? I'm going to sleep. I mean, it's like once a day thing. I'm going to sleep. Got my PJs on. Got my little gin for the nighttime. I check my emails. Then I write back to Jay. Why are we saying this? What's so odd?
I'm in bed. I've got the covers up and I'm just like, what are Jay's doing? Hold on. Yeah. I'm just gonna text Jay real quick. Hold on.
Is there any basis to this, Baxter? Why would you over-explain details like that? You know what I mean? There's some, Phil's dented psychology. There has to be a reason for over-explaining details like that, right?
There's the curse of specificity. If that's
like
saying anything to you,
I'd like to hear more about that.
Liars are very, very easy to find and found out about lying because they are too specific about certain things. And I just think he loves telling stories. He loves telling them in great detail. Simply because it makes it easier to lie for him, I think.
But he also tells stories in like extreme vagueness at times too, right?
Sometimes too, yeah.
Like, oh, there's a certain place that I went where there was a certain tournament and a certain player came up to me. We played a certain video game. And anyway, at the end of the day, I played Ken and he played Chun-Li and I parried his ass and I won.
Yeah, that was this week too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, if we have that on tap, I want to play that. But let's get through the shit first. But
absolutely.
Okay, he responded. Let me respond back. We've been going back and forth for like a few days on it. Okay. Where we had left it was Jay said that he wanted to have a chill stream, but he wanted to talk behind the scenes first. Like maybe let's have a one-to-one.
So basically, they talked about this shit for a couple of days, and the final conclusion is the first thing they ever talked about. It's
that's
the initial concept.
That's very odd, right? Why are we going back and forth if it's just the same thing we started with? Hey, you want to do a game stream together? That's going to be positive fun. Okay, what are we going back and forth for days then?
Yeah, right? but do you also want to do a gaming stream that is going to be positive and fun? Or maybe we can do a gaming stream that is going to be positive and fun. Let me know tomorrow. And then we just keep cycling that conversation.
I found the original tweet, by the way. I'll just read it here because this is what set people off. Jay got 1,000,000 responses and the quote tweets were going nuts. The original one was, DSP and I are going to do a stream together soon. I've always wanted to talk to him about gaming. It'll be a chill, relaxed stream. Two men talking about life and gaming. It'll be positive. And to be fucking honest, I'm sick of the negative bullshit.
Oh, that sounds like somebody I know who's wearing very stylish, tropical style T-shirts.
Now, in my Theo theory is like Phil gave very strict rules. All right, it's gonna be chill, it's gonna be relaxed, it's gonna be about gaming, fun. It's gonna be positive, and like that's why Jay had to make sure to hit those notes in the tweet because Jay wanted it to happen because Jay knows he's not. I mean, say what you will about Jay. He's trying to grow his stream. He knows Philip would bring people to the stream. So I think he's like, I really want to make sure this happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
this is my guess.
It's also going to piss off Rich because Rich has been sending DSP crazy money to get him on his show. Before the side-scrollers thing happened, and that basically made many other DSP appearances on many other people's streams obsolete because you get like the whole saga in one place for like 6 hours.
And to follow that tweet up that you just quoted, ALT, it's allegedly... After the fact, Jay stated that tweet that you just read was sarcasm. I can't read any sarcasm out of this, honestly. Yeah. And if you try to convey sarcasm in text form over the internet, then please make it blatantly obvious because that was not obvious enough.
That's what Poe's law is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't tell some. Yeah. Go on.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was like, okay, if that's sarcasm, cool. Then it was never gonna happen, right? But that can't be sarcasm if it was actually going to happen. That's not sarcasm anymore. You're just announcing what's going to happen.
And that also happens to be like the defense that every single nitwit goes to when they get caught out in a lie or something like that. It's like, I was acting. I was just being sarcastic. I didn't actually like mean any of that when I said I was going to have a positive fun chill with just two men and nothing sexual. Like to just remind you that there was nothing sexual involved.
But Snood, you tried to touch me. What are you talking about?
Hey, that was just a positive invitation that I had received from you earlier. Your community manager told me that was okay. All right, so I went with it.
The one conversation before we agree to a stream, let's just have a conversation about it personally, offline, not public. I was like, okay, how do you want to have it? We can talk on the phone, or we can try to figure a video chat or whatever. I can do maybe after my late stream or whatever.
the phone?
Let's talk about the communication avenues possible for us in 2024 first.
Yeah.
We have the phone.
First.
We have the internet. We have letters.
I have carrier pigeons at the standby.
Carrier pigeons, yeah.
They have flying monkeys.
Smoke signals.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's just send dents at each other with messages and tips to each other.
That's good.
That's a good idea. Maybe we could just talk through our weird proxy people. What is this?
I like the listing of ways to talk.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally it. And that's where we left it. And I actually responded to him last night with that, okay?
Oh,
so come to find out, people are telling me now, oh, are you aware that he's talking shit about you on his Twitter? Very shocked. Oh, I don't pay attention. I don't know what's going on. So I just went to his Twitter, and he literally just said on his Twitter,
word for word.
oh,
okay, here I
you
go.
see, Phil is Phil, and he's never going to have a...
He didn't even read it word for word. It's just like paraphrasing the worst parts of it.
When he starts with O? When he starts with O?
He does.
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Serious conversation, and he's not interested in a real interview, and therefore I'm not interested in doing it, even if it gets 100,000 views. And I'm like, what?
Nope.
And I'm
like,
huh?
What are you talking
none
about?
None of that was said. Okay, but okay.
Yeah, because this is the tweet. Hold on.
Yes, none of that was said. None of what he just said was said.
Yeah,
just
but
paraphrasing to the max.
It also does seem like Jay was trying to pull a bait and switch on Phil by promising to have a nice, positive, chill interview, and then saying he obviously only wants to do a fluff interview to spite Rich. And at this point, I don't think we'll ever get any truth from him. But I tried. Well, I don't really know.
That's a bit of a pivot from what he was saying before, where it was just about games. And
two man
right?
game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention. I don't know what's going on. So I just went to his Twitter, interested in a real interview, and therefore I'm not interested in doing it, even if it gets 100,000 views. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
What is
when did
killing
we
us
say
today?
this? Right? Like, what? We were having a behind the scenes
this
conversation in DMs on Twitter about having a chill stream possibly, and the next step was to have like an offline conversation, not public, about the specifics of how we could do it and what we would talk about. And
but bro, like, how many fucking discussions do you need to have with somebody to have a stream together? We're not buying a house together. We're not getting married. We're just gonna be on a stream talking about video games.
He's like, he thinks he's coordinating like a WWE match, right? Like, okay, so first I'm gonna throw you into the turnbuckle, and then you're gonna do the fucking Fosby flip onto me, and then I'm gonna like roll around on the floor a little bit, and then I pin you in like my first try. Okay, sound good?
Real quick,
That's how he thinks conversations are supposed to go, I guess.
I want to give Dead School the shout out in Twitter. This response was so good. So someone says, "Let's see the messages, Jay. Just let's see the messages." And Jay responds with, "Leak them? Who am I?" And Dead School says this. It's beautiful. Dead School says, Jay just said, "Who am I?" Dead School says, "A no one. Leak the messages and become a someone."
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Great advice. Legend, Dead School.
Good.
even involve Rich, it wouldn't be a drama conversation. Okay? On his timeline on his Twitter, he's literally saying, I can read it right now. I just posted it up, by the way, on my Twitter timeline.
Yeah, so let's
the
see how different it was.
DSP thing.
my Twitter timeline.
Which I can actually find because on my new Twitter I'm not blocked by him. So we got they call me DSP.
That won't last.
I guess, but
look how he hasn't changed in the top picture, guys. You see that in the top banner? He hasn't changed at all. That's what he said.
Same guy. Same as his literal profile picture where it's
looks
like
exactly the same.
So this is what he says in response to the tweet that we showed a couple minutes ago. For the record, I have no idea what Jay is even talking about. We talked a bit this week in DMs about doing a chill stream and having a phone convo first to plan it. Now this is on his timeline? I'm very lost.
And I don't have time for drama. Sorry.
I'll make a video about this later tomorrow, but I don't have time for drama.
I'm gonna literally cut into my gameplay to talk about this tomorrow. Okay, real quick.
So let's read some of the quote tweets though, because I figured they would be interested. DSP got his heart broken by another bearded white guy in a hat and glasses. Oh man.
CLT.
Then to the response of "I don't have time for drama," sorry, he says, "You literally tweeted this while you were live on stream. You literally recorded a 10+ minute segment bitching about it afterwards. Would it kill you to be honest about literally anything?"
Ugh. That hit that one with a like.
Yeah, that's banned on that one. Mute that account.
And yeah, that's it. Let's keep going with this video.
It was something I wanted to do because he reached out to me and that never happens. I thought we get a little more insight into Phil if he opened up. However, he obviously only wants to do a fluff interview.
What the hell?
Despite
I have to answer
Rich,
questions, huh?
which I find funny for someone saying they don't want to get involved in drama. At this point, I don't think we will ever get any truth from him, but I tried. What?
What?
What? Yes, everyone was right. Phil is Phil. He'll never talk about anything serious. What are you talking about? Like, literally, what the hell are you talking about?
I mean,
all the internet understood it.
I kind of understand him because, like, apparently, when this guy reached out or his community manager reached out, it was supposed to be a chill, fun time, and now the dude is posting about like a fluff interview and like trying to get info out of him. So yeah, I would be confused too.
I can kind of get the impression that maybe Jay was expecting to have buttered up DSP sufficiently with his money, or whoever that guy's money was, that he expected DSP to come back to him like, yeah, let's do like a simulation wrestling thing where it's all RTU versus Wings 007 or Wings of Redemption, I mean. And, it's, a big old fight between them, and then we're just commentate over it.
I think Jay is just 100% now. Like, I gotta get a good stream going to like kind of take down, not just take down to not take down RTU, but just to have a successful stream himself. So he thought it was like a chance. Like I think he expected much more positive responses to this. Like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome, dude. Even if you get like 1/10 of side scrolls, that's pretty hype for Jay stream in normal numbers, you know?
Yeah, well,
but go ahead.
You gotta strike while the iron is hot, and right now he was in the middle of a big drama that made him look good, and he was victimized by Rich. So what am I gonna do for hype? I'm gonna talk to Dark Side Phil.
Yeah, get me in there.
He thought it was going to work, but then it didn't because he just felt the avalanche of people saying it's stupid. And then he kind of, what's my out plan? I guess it's making a tweet like Phil just read.
But how do you just pivot like that publicly, just reverse your position without any without no like graduation between that? Like, it feels like that's just one tweet to the next where he's like, yeah, Phil, we're gonna have a positive time to, oh well, because we're not gonna have an expose stream, I'm out. Like, well, if some detail feels like it's missing here, I don't know what it is exactly, but I'd like to see the conversation.
The explanation is that at some point he was just being sarcastic and you just didn't understand it.
Ah, yes,
that's the out.
I have no clue. That's not what we were even talking about. So it sounds to me, I hate to say it sounds to me this guy is a snake.
I hate to say it.
He was trying to bait me into some kind of a conversation. And then eventually he was going to talk about personal shit or whatever, right? Exactly. Is it even the same person I'm talking to? It's on the same Twitter account. The DMs are attached to the same account.
I also have a question with this because Philip would be quick to read some of the DMs too. He knows not to read them like word for word, but he would definitely, I think, have more proof how the DMs went. I think if there wasn't something nefarious that Phil said in those DMs, I think he'd be more ready to say like, I didn't say anything. Yeah, I didn't say anything negative. Look at this. Look what I talked about. I said, yeah, let's talk about gaming. Exactly. I bet RTU's name came up one too many times in those DMs for Phil to talk about.
There's definitely something more getting talked about than either of them are sharing at this point in time, because that's exactly right. Because he's the one who's acting aggrieved now, and you know that someone like that will do anything to like prove that they are the aggrieved one, right? Like, and they are actually in the right. Then that DSP would like latch onto that like a dog.
He would love it. He would love to show those DMs if there was anything like made him seem like the cool guy in this exchange, but there wasn't.
So does DSP know what makes him look good? Because I would say the recent couple of years would say otherwise.
True.
Well, judging by his outfit choices, no.
Good point. Yeah, I guess not.
Posting This sounds to me like this guy's either like bipolar. He's two personalities.
Bipolar.
We got a
He posted
bipolar
about
mention.
that.
Dude,
Oh my
Bipolar. Shout
god.
out.
no
He's
way.
bipolar. Yes. Bipolar,
That's not a
definitely.
very nice thing to say about somebody,
no.
is it? With
No, it
no,
isn't.
It's
with,
not only
with
the wrong thing to say, it's also not a nice thing to say.
Double.
Dude.
but it's
Or-
also wrong.
Double offensive and
Two different
incorrect.
people on the same Twitter account, or I don't get it. All right, but just so you guys know,
Did he have depression? too,
I
or
have
what?
I had no interest in doing that. He said, someone told me he's a chill, down to earth guy. He'd like to have a chill stream with you just to talk about games or whatever.
Ah, yes.
That's what I proposed. He said, yeah, that's
Someone
what I
told
would like to
you that, or did you get that from the DMs with him? Like what? How does?
That were the voices inside of his head who were telling him this again.
Oh, those guys.
I think this guy is okay. I think I like this guy. Yes, I agree with you.
do.
He
Let's
is
have an
cool.
offline
Please,
conversation.
you told me to like him, and now I don't like him. What the fuck?
Got it. Okay, how do you want to do it? And then I find out he's posting that up on his Twitter timeline.
Oh?
Get a life.
Huh?
No, really, Jay.
Get a life.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what you're trying to
Get
bait
a
me
life.
into.
I
I'm
guess
not doing nothing.
You have nothing else to
the
say.
fuck
Say
out
get a
of here.
life.
All right.
Get a life
Yeah,
is such
cool.
a mom thing to say. Hey, why don't you guys just get a life, you teenagers in the
middle
mall?
school.
Guys,
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
life, okay?
Another
Get away from my
boomer
car and get a life, okay?
When someone says "get a life" to me in middle school, that is like, please do more. It's the exact same. That's how I
Yes.
translate that. Is "get a life"
Yeah.
means do exactly what I'm doing, even worse. Got it.
Yeah. And judging by what he talked about yesterday, which he basically kind of admitted that his entire worldview is based off of Twitter, and he understands like what people are talking about based on what they're talking about on Twitter. So yeah,
That's grim.
I don't think he's the right guy to say that.
The God's honest truth of what's going on, and I'm not involved with it
God's
anymore.
honest
Obviously,
truth,
I'm not going to talk to the guy again. Fuck him. In fact, you know what?
Uh-oh.
Here you go. Watch this.
I should have known better.
Execution.
Dude,
Correct?
look at
Here we
his
go.
face.
Ban.
And let's go right ahead and
Hey, let's just
Go ahead and block him
let's
again.
loosen up the muscles here while I hit the ban button.
He thinks this is like
you're
being a
blocked.
hard
Now I
ass.
don't have to deal
You know
with
what?
it
I'm not
anymore.
coming
Now you
back to
can't
this
DM
dirty
me,
can
and
anymore,
now I can
okay?
go
Yeah.
my fucking
I'm
life,
just gonna
right?
close my eyes
Okay,
every time I
great.
walk by it from now on.
And something that was not recorded in this clip is that during this segment, right in the middle of it, he realizes the music in the background is going on because his chat is telling him to, and he's just like, you know what, fuck it, it makes it more fun. So we just leave the music. But now
What?
that you guys brought up that he's a real badass and a really, very very brave person, I want to bring to your attention this one clip.
Jesus.
So we got a troll. All right, let me get rid of him.
All right.
Gotta go again.
The doom music kicks in.
Oh, they're already taken care of?
We
or-
got a troll, huh?
No.
Oh,
Look at his face.
Was it taken care of? This is weird.
this is definitely weird. Huh?
I
like
seriously,
40
it's not.
seconds
It
of
doesn't
dead
even
air.
exist. Got it. Ponage took care of it already.
PSP
Thank
shame
you,
not
Ponage,
exist,
for
yeah.
taking care of it. He caught it. I'm looking. I'm like, it's not even in the chat. I can't stop it. And then he got it. So thank you for that, Ponage. Appreciate
Thank you.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Sounds
Come
good.
on.
Musk, please.
Ah, jeez. Come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
Elon.
Of course, they tried to do that when I'm in the bathroom, like the pussies they are, the complete fucking ballless cowards, the cockless little fucking weasels, little bitches.
Oh.
They probably run from mice.
Yo,
Yeah,
This is
that's
the same guy.
Relax.
Oh,
Dude,
that's the aggression sip.
this is the
Yeah.
same guy who every time he hears a noise from outside, he goes to check in the window in case the ops are outside, in case the trolls have
Right.
pulled up with the AK-47. Like,
he
come on.
specifically doesn't go outside and lives in a gated community because he's afraid of trolls.
Yeah.
won't get a phone call with a DoorDash driver because they might be
Go ahead and do it when I'm
non-white
not here to
gentlemen.
do anything about it, right? Okay, so
Not now that you've banned them, I guess. You fucking wuss. Oh, Ponage
Lawless.
101 got them.
Ballless and cockless. Double less usage there. Nice, dude.
Wait, hold on. Is there a population of the people on this planet that don't have cocks or balls, by the way? Like, is there some female style
question.
human? Like,
No,
so, like,
no.
he's basically just saying that anybody who trolls him is a woman, I guess? Like,
Well, you don't have balls is kind of a saying you could use, but how he uses it, of course, the most dented way possible.
I'm just
Cockless
saying
and
that it's a
ball-
really, really lame thing to say. Like,
Oh, that's-
in terms of like how nasty he's trying to act like he's being right now. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna love it when I say cockless and ballless.
Oh, only when I'm in the bathroom. Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I got my and like for all I know, Ponage_101 is him on a sock account on his phone. It may as well be, right? Yeah. I've never seen that person speak other than to say, "You're right, Phil." Right? Like, so it's Cat for all I know.
Ponage got him. Yeah.
Ponage got him.
He couldn't be bothered. You know that shit.
Yeah.
Let's get some shout outs here before we move to the next segment. Because Purple Thighs says, I want to hold Snood's hand, romance style. What do you say to that, Snood?
Sounds good
Purple
to me.
Thighs. Sounds very, there's a chance there, Purple.
Yeah, I think there's a distinct chance there.
Good vibes. Vike says, pour one out for Meerkat. Banned again, so toxic. Yeah, Meerkat, you were banned by Elon himself. How you recovering well from that?
Yeah. I would like to say I'm not spiteful. I have no ill feelings toward the guy. I totally earned it, I guess. I don't know what I said, but I just got eradicated. And there's a guy that's basically jacking my style right now, pretending to be me on Twitter. Is definitely not me, and you shouldn't follow him
Super
at
Jeffer?
all. It's at Meerkat_Mafia. Do not follow
Don't
him.
follow
He's an
that.
imposter. And a
What?
fake.
Do not follow that.
No way.
It's him. Also, Elon, we played the let's say S-eyed clip on. I put that on Twitter and just I wrote the line that Philip said. That was banned for hateful speech. By the way, that tweet. Banned. I have the screenshot. Banned for hateful speech because I said S-eyed. So big ups Philip for those hateful slurs. Gotta love it. Big ups to Danny DADK says the Side Scores interview destroyed him. Wales left and blaming the RPG isn't taking accountability for actions leading to his failure. Got exposed to a big audience on Side Scrollers. Yes, he did. But that's the thing. Those kind of things don't affect his base. Similar to like, once you're ingrained enough in somebody, a famous person or otherwise, people will follow them to the fucking ends of the earth no matter what they do. Like like some people have those kind of weird followings. Like I think everyone famous kind of does. Like
Absolutely. And there are people who just like once you're convinced that someone is right and you're convinced that someone is good, you're just gonna ignore anything to the contrary, right?
Like we have proof. We have video of them cutting off the head of 3 children. Like, well, that was a tough day.
That can be fake. That can be fake.
Yeah.
The trolls want to get at them, so they did the Running Man on him.
And when you're of less mental fortitude, as some Phil fans are, I think it's even stronger, right? Like Phil just says it's not true, so it's not true. I mean, come on. Like Phil said that wasn't true. So
believe Phil at all costs.
Yeah, Big ups Coastside Phil says, now that you brought that up, I can't unsee it.
Was that the flathead?
The flathead.
The flathead. Oh yeah, flathead. Big ups flathead. Coastside Phil again says he's not even trying. Bare minimum effort as always. Absolutely.
Yep.
Logan K in the house says, this is ironic due to how many clips we have him emotionally talking about how trolls screwed him. He could not even pretend to be his angry self. Yeah. How many times has he, over the years, that'd be a good deep dive, how many times he said, trolls have ruined my life for so many different ways. But then also says, trolls can't touch me. It can't do anything to me. It doesn't bother me.
And it's also super funny that he called them kids and mouth droolers and morons, and then he says they ruined his life. So what? Children ruined your life? Like how easy is your life to be ruined if children can do it on the internet?
Wesley says Phil only has emotion when talking about food or John Rambo, or when he's trying to make himself look like a victim. I agree with that. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Certain things just light his eyes up when he gets talking about them.
I think food is number one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can tell.
Food,
but you know what's crazy?
Rambo.
Victim is a good one too. But what's crazy is like not understanding something, like acting like an authority on something, but still not understanding it because he just describes everything as like zippy and tangy and sweet, right? Like
few more here. Copeside Phil in the house again says he doesn't know anything about this and then tells you exactly what is happening in all the parties involved, but he doesn't know or care about it. Yeah, that was a great example of that. He gave us the full timeline. Said, again, I know nothing. Again, I know nothing.
Yeah.
But apparently,
no
Jay
details.
works for the guy.
No idea.
So it's the best. The Pasta Maker says Phil has a lot of Trump mannerisms. Must be an East Coast style thing. Well, I'm East Coast style too, but I don't know if that's an East Coast style thing. Be narcissist style thing. I don't know, Baxter. What do you think?
I think it's more about. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Snoop. His audio is skipping a little bit. I was just gonna say it's more about being like a little bit of an effeminate kind of like prick asshole kind of vibe from him. It's just like a little bit of a bitchy, like, oh, well, I'm a rich guy, and like those poor people, I don't know about them. I don't know anything about them.
I think it's more narcissist trying to be everything I do is the best, right? I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah, it's his ego, definitely. Always
everything I
trying
do
to
is
be
cool.
trying to appear as him being the best, and in the process, obviously contradicting himself tons of times. People finding out about it, calling him out for it. He basically defending by gaslighting, or by saying, this actually doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like that. What was that situation? Wasn't it this week as well, where he said like, I paid for Baldur's Gate 3. And then a person points out that game was gifted to you, and he was like, "Doesn't matter. My opinion still stands."
Yeah, that's the best. Greedo the Green
amazing.
says, Phil's life burns bridge, then starts to try to build it back right before it's done. He gets mad, burns it again, repeat that over and over. Absolutely. Because, yeah, remember, Jay was just a normal shitter of Phil on those RTU streams. Remember, that was just what they did. And Jay was just a part of it, too. And now Jay's saying, like, I don't know too much about DSP. How many hours of video have you watched about DSP? I mean, come on. How do you not know anything? But
how many do you need to come to the conclusion that DSP is a dickhead?
I don't. Anyway,
I'd argue not more than 1 hour of DSP footage. I think I could get it to you in under half.
Jay Wuso in the house says DSP and Jay pillow talk wasn't something I wanted.
What?
Oh, I want to see those DMs still. That'd be hype if someone leaks them.
DSP at 4:30 in the morning.
Gin flowing. Danny says Jay talks out both sides of his mouth. He won't leak the messages, but he will say on Twitter that Rich left him mean voice messages. He's boring and wants sympathy money. He's a loser like DSP and RTU. Danny in the house.
Yeah, everybody involved in this like love triangle is just a bum. Everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Copeside Phil said this whole rant about the blocking thing comes from a guy who bans and blocks everyone. Everyone possible he bans and blocks. But he's a real tough guy, dude.
He does it with pride. He does it with pride. He thinks it's like a badass move to be like, oh yeah, you're blocked.
Yeah, and I like when he adds lifetime ban, like that makes it stronger.
Never coming into DSP ever again.
Hold on, slow down. That's a lifetime ban.
Yeah, you can't step foot in here again. Get out.
No, not the lifetime. No. And last one, Swaggy Davis Jr. says, "Can I be Snood's wingman when picking up goth girls?" Snood, your thoughts?
Definitely. I'm very much in favor of that.
Okay. No comment.
No comment otherwise.
So,
All right, Meerkat.
Next up, we have, in a shocking twist, this week he played something that is not the same 2 games he's been playing over and over again. And it's a new game called Dragon's Dogma 2. And as everybody knows, when he does a premiere stream of something, he tries to clown it up as much as possible in the hopes that some kind of a viral segment is going to come out of this and people are finally going to notice him for the genius he is. And this one that I'm about to show you all, it backfired on him. And yeah, this is a clip by Duty. So shout out to him for clipping this one. So let's just watch.
Ew. Hold on, I'm gonna go for a dip. Let's see what happens. Oh shit. Well, here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh! His tale has ended. Wait a
This
minute.
is him trying to do Suicide King.
Load from last inrest. I didn't inrest. What would happen if I say load from last inrest?
You get back to the beginning of the game.
I don't know, dude.
What do you think? Now there's a great explanation.
Okay.
Hold up bumper press X. Oh.
Ooh.
That's your weapon skill. Hold up bumper press X.
Get help.
I ill like that look in your
And then it took him so far back.
You are fucking kidding me.
That's so funny.
I gotta do this whole fucking thing over?
Come along.
How much time gameplay is this, Ruff? Oh, this looks like the beginning of the game.
Yep.
I haven't played this, but this looks like where a game would start.
The whole fucking thing over?
Oh god,
What?
Mickey
Oh,
Mouse
God.
in a high voice, man.
The troll voice.
Oh my god. What kind of a shit system is that? I gotta do the whole fucking intro over.
Game's fault.
What the fucking
Stop
you dickheads.
Yeah, and I guess that was the only worth noting moment of this whole thing. He did make himself in the game, as you can see here. This is him. And Cat
He
made a
wishes.
pawn that looks like a cat person. I think we showed it on Thursday.
I'm kind of doubtful that I don't know. That's so weird. That's such a weird thing for like a woman style person to do. Just do like a randomized white tiger kind of look. I don't buy that for a second.
Well, hold on. What's your take there? What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying he just did it. He just said that he and his wife did it together. And he was like, I'm gonna do Jasper.
No,
'Cause
I could also see her doing a low effort thing. You know what I mean?
maybe.
Like, can you just make something? She's like, all right, whatever. You know?
Why would you do that? And why would you agree to that?
Because
It's
they
just
have
such
what
a-
other interactions do they have? Family feasts at Popeyes? That's just-
Yes. What else do you need?
Family feast at Popeyes. I love
It's
when I-
Shrimp Fest, honey.
When I read that, like, you can't not laugh when you hear Popeyes family feast size meal. Like, come on, why are you
Yeah.
saying
Come
this?
on.
Don't put it on the internet.
Yeah, this
Why
If your
is-
wife is a BBW, factually, she is a factual BBW,
True.
as
Wow.
Trevin said.
2 out of
Don't
3
need
ain't
to talk
bad.
about-
Hold on. The second B is questionable, so we can't
Yeah,
quite
I say beautiful.
Exactly.
What do you say, Snoot? I hope it's not something toxic.
I said 2 out of 3 ain't bad on the
So could you please
BBW. The
explain
letters
yourself?
of BBW. Okay.
Meatloaf lover. What else do you want to say?
I got nothing to say. I'm just being very
I
positive. I'm gonna
consider
I'm gonna
that
keep
big,
positive.
beautiful woman. That's all
Ah,
factual.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Big and woman are definitely true.
But anyways,
The
my main
beautiful
point-
beautiful is a
My
toss up.
main point is you don't bring up family feasts when, you know,
we split
you
it
just
between
don't
two
bring it
people.
up.
Hey,
True.
this is my family. We
How
gave
much
some
does
to
it cost,
Jasper
by the way?
too.
What is it? Okay, Popeye's family meal. Let's just do a
$33.
little research.
Let's go. Now I'm
would you-
interested.
Why would you buy family size and then complain about the amount afterwards? Like,
Baxter,
Oh my
dude,
God, is
that's
that what
too
that
much
is?
chicken.
Yes.
Is that
so
what that is?
he complained about getting too much chicken, and also that chicken wings were not what they were supposed
The actual
to be.
wings.
Oh my
And this
God.
is like
Yeah.
this is legitimately an insufferable segment. So
Oh
I
my
we
God.
can't fit it in this format. We just can't
Okay,
possibly do
We
it.
can't, but let me just tell you the family feast, please, guys. Can I tell you what you get with the family feast? I found the family feast.
Yeah,
I
what's that?
required the family feast. Okay, we have 6 pieces of signature chicken. So that means we get
Delicious.
2 breasts, 2 thighs, 2 wings, that kind of thing. Okay, so that's 6.
Yeah.
Then we get 2 chicken sandwiches. So we're
Jesus,
talking
okay.
full burgers.
Yeah.
Full burgers, 2 of those. Also, we're not done yet. We get 2 large sides. So that means fries, mashed potatoes. That then we get 4 biscuits in that beast.
Oh my god.
Wow. Now, I thought I saw some numbers. Are you telling me that was all for $33?
Well, hold on. Let me try to order it. See how much it will cost.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, because you got to do fucking. I hate websites now when you have to put your fucking. You want to order this? Like, no, I just want to know how much it fucking cost. Well, you gonna order it?
No,
gotta log in?
yeah, we're gonna get you one step away from
Fuck
paying for it
yourself.
before I'll tell you how much it is.
I just tell me how much it costs.
No.
So this was $29.99. This is not DoorDash though prices. This is just legitimate if I went to the store and got it. And the
Okay.
calorie count is the lowest possible
Negligible.
option. For 3,988 calories.
Jesus
you
Christ.
split that between 2 people though. You're good. That's fine.
For the
Yeah,
for the
okay.
day.
For the day.
That's
Wait.
not the day.
Wait, well, surely we're not getting any more meals today, are we?
Oh, you think we're missing a meal? We got the
Oh, fuck.
bagels, we got the cream cheese, we got the cereal.
Honey, I
Woodland
can't
critters.
eat anymore. I can't eat any more chicken, honey. We're getting another family feast, honey.
Too
So-
much chicken for a family feast.
Well,
Go ahead,
we
sorry.
could listen to a little bit of this segment because it's really weird. But first, I would like to bring your attention to the AI generated timestamps and the way the phrasing is very specific. So this here we have at 1955, we have reflection on the unusual meal choice and dietary habits, which contains rare departure from typical eating habits and consideration of health implications and future dining choices. So this sounds like a
Jesus.
very sophisticated discussion here.
No, it's like makes it so fucking official. That's the best. It's like a board meeting.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's more. This is way more than a board meeting. If I brought this into a board meeting, they'd be like, "You don't have to do this much work, dude. Like, we don't need like timestamps with like emojis that are thematic to the topic." Like,
It's
in
a
the
chicken
paragraph.
wing. It's a chicken wing emoji. Thanks, OP Boone.
This,
Dude,
this
let's
never
hear a
happened.
little bit, please, Meerkat. Please,
Like
little
a fried
bit.
chicken
I gotta have
food
it.
meal because it's not good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know?
Okay, so here's where it starts.
Just a little bit. I gotta hear it.
It was
God, I love
decent.
this.
Now the chicken sandwich I've had it before. I knew what it was going to be, and it was all right. It wasn't amazing. It was all right. We ended up getting the Cajun fries as our side, and the Cajun fries are crispy and tasty. So
You get two
it
sides,
was
sir. What was the other
decent,
one?
And we're like,
Fries
wow.
are crispy, by
it was
the way.
interesting
Double
'cause
Cajun
we literally
fries.
never do this. We never would order like a fried chicken food meal because it's not good for you, you know?
Right, right.
Right.
Adam Krigler, please put the X on this one. God damn it. We would never do
But
this.
we just went
Except when we
totally
do.
I
different
never
direction.
did.
We're looking at some
Sorry,
of the other meals, and it's like the 12-piece family pack with all this shit. Like, oh my god, 12 pieces of greasy ass fried chicken. That's way too much. You know, you're not gonna do anything like that. They do have chicken
Okay.
nuggets, and I've heard people say the chicken nuggets at Popeyes are really, really good. And you get like a bunch of dipping sauces. We're considering maybe in the future trying those, but the chicken wings are okay. They're not amazing. They're not bad. They're just kind of middle of the road for us.
Okay. You never buy it though, so how would you know? But anyways, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Haley says try Wingstop or Buffalo Wild Wings. I've been to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's terrible, at least out here.
I
I
love
think
the
it's way
squinty eyes.
overpriced and not good. But people do tell us about Wingstop. You know, you guys have mentioned it. Wingstop. We've never been to it. There is a Wingstop here. We just never went to it because we're
Yeah,
not.
this is just a bunch of
Yeah,
yapping.
we don't need the fucking feed the whole rundown.
Yeah, I guess we
I
could
gotta hear the
start it off
later
consideration
from
of
today
health
or
earlier on.
implications.
Excited for that.
I want to hear the
Outside of that, so we did something really weird that we never would usually do for food yesterday. We're looking at
So
everything.
weird,
We're like,
guys.
man, you know, we've had Asian recently. We've had Mexican food
We're gonna get
recently. We've done
completely freaky.
Indian. We're just kind of burned out on all the
Feeling
things that usually you
adventurous.
get. All right, what's
you
something
guys
we
are wild. You're wild.
absolutely never
Just burned
ever,
out on the variety.
ever get? Fried chicken. Never. We never eat it. And we're like, why not just go crazy one day and just do it just for variety? And like, well,
I think Cat's going crazy enough. Maybe we can tone it
Crazy.
down a little bit.
Let's try rating it in one day. How about we try that? We try not going crazy for once. How about
Yeah.
that?
fried
What's
chicken.
the problem?
Where would you get it from? KFC's terrible. We're not going to get that shit. So we started looking around. There's a few local
Yeah,
places.
Popeyes.
Okay. But we actually found out that you can get this like family dinner pack from Popeyes.
Family feast.
And it's
is
not what you
called.
think, 'cause you think a family dinner pack, we're probably gonna get a bunch of, chicken, right? Well, we wanted to do
What?
something different. So we actually got this pack. They just got wings, chicken wings. They just started it like
Oh my
recently.
god. Okay, is this okay? Wait, keep going because it might be
They've
something
got
else.
their
It might
menu.
be the
So basically-
18-piece wing group pack.
Wings.
Oh, yeah.
Wings spelled with two E's.
It's not
We're
a
not-
family size.
We're
That's
not
group.
even
We
a
just got
family anymore. We're just
wings.
straight up a group.
What you do is you can get two
Yeah.
different flavors of chicken wings and
They
a
are
chicken
eating for 4 people.
sandwich each.
Literally, you get 4 boxes of wings, 18 wing group pack that you could choose the different flavors. So yeah, excuse me, that's what he got. It's $20.49. He got the 18-piece wing group pack.
We're going
Big up.
crazy.
Lip licking good.
And then you can order, like, you get a side with it too, and it's like a combo
what'd you
pack.
get?
We're like, you know what? What the hell? Let's just try it. We haven't had their wings ever because they're new. The chicken sandwich I had many years ago. If you
I don't even remember how we got on this topic. It's just
I
so
don't either. I
random.
don't
We're
care.
talking about wings
remember
now.
after the Popeye
Stick in it, stick
sandwich
in it.
craze finally ended, I got it for DSP tries it, and I thought it was all right. I
People
wasn't
been
in love with
asking
it,
for
but I
wings content. We're giving it to you now.
Oh yeah, right.
understood
Yeah.
much
There you
of
go.
it.
Get
Yeah, there it
subverted.
is.
People probably liked it. So we ordered this, and we ordered 2 flavors of wings. It was honey barbecue and
Okay.
sweet and spicy wings.
All right, so I can tell you the exact calories on this.
and
Shit. Give me those. All right, so he got sweet and spicy. Okay, so the total calories for this meal, if they said large Cajun fries, right? 4,000
Yep.
minimum.
Hell
4,000.
yeah.
There.
Hell yeah,
4,000
brother.
minimum.
We're all
Oh,
right.
hell
We're
yeah.
juicing up.
They weren't the best. They weren't the worst. I have this weird thing about wings today because
Okay, so
What?
yeah, this is where it gets extra special.
Let's go.
wings, just so you know, first of all, chicken wings are literally supposed to be chicken wings.
No.
Hot take. Super hot take.
I don't know how many of you know
Incredible.
that.
I hate
But
to
chicken
agree with
wings-
him, but I gotta give it to him this time. He's got me there, dude.
Got him. Got him.
Actually supposed to be the wing. Today, they'll give you
Oh.
any piece of the chicken as long as it's small and bite-sized. They call it a chicken wing, and it's not.
I don't think that's true. Actually, do they give you heads
What?
and necks and like breastbones?
Feet.
I don't.
They give you a few feet. Just
Yeah, some
randomly. Just
beaks.
Throw it in.
little
this
chicken
one's a
drumsticks.
beak.
They give you the feet.
That's a wing. It's not. It's a drumstick. I get it, but it's not a wing.
Oh my
Like, they're
fucking god!
calling it wrong. If you used to go and get chicken wings, you would literally get a plate of wings. You don't get that anymore.
Wait,
So
I'm
all-
sorry.
Back in
I'm
my
not.
day. Go ahead.
I'm not like a butcher or like an intelligent person to any degree, but is the wing not two cuts of meat? Like there's the there's the part that goes
upper and lower
Let me
wing.
get you. You're Canadian. Let me tell you how Americans do it down here. All right, wing
Okay.
is just the. It's not okay. How can I say this? I don't know the exact term. You know the kind of pointy part of a wing. You know that kind of like looks like it could jab you almost. You know how like the wing has the lower arm and then the pointy side, right? You
Yeah,
see my
yes,
camera.
that's what I'm
They
saying.
They don't give you this part. You don't get the pointy part. You just get the
Oh.
arm part. That's the wing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they.
So,
I
yeah.
thought they. Yeah. See, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
so you don't
all.
get any
That's
wing
all
tip.
the wing.
No.
No, obviously you don't
we
get the wing tip. Who the fuck is
we
eating the
get
wing
drumettes.
tip?
We get drumettes.
Yes. So do we.
And that's
It's not.
yeah.
This is not different. This is exactly what I was. What I was
Well,
saying.
we don't
is
put
that-
maple syrup on it like you guys.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
Look at obviously. But we just get the drumette and that is it.
What? You don't get the wingette?
There's no wingette in wing.
What
I'm telling you, in these wings at Popeyes, I'm looking at, there was no wingettes included. It looks like you just get drumettes.
You're just drumettes. That's nuts. That's a waste because I love the wingette. The wingette's the best part to me.
I don't
You got
know if
that-
I've ever eaten. What's a wingette? I'm surprised to
it's
see the
just
terminology.
It's just the like if you compare it to your own arm, the drumette is where your shoulder connects to your arm, right? The wingette
Yeah.
would be where your forearm is, and the wingtip would basically be like your hand and fingers, right?
I'm not a wings man.
Yeah, you should
I'm not a
be-
wings man.
Should be able to see it on the screen right now. I pulled up the
Yes.
poem suite explaining it because now I guess we're into like wing science. So let's just go balls deep into it.
Yes. Learn a
Well,
lot
are you
about
a
chicken
wings
wings
man?
today.
Meerkat, are you a wings man? I'm not. What about
I
you?
like wings, yeah, sure. I
Okay,
like
okay.
all kinds of
Fair
chicken
enough.
stuff, turkey
Fair enough.
stuff.
Fair enough.
Me too.
What
Dexter, are you a
is,
wings man?
is
No, I'm more a nuggets kind of guy.
Me too. I'm with you.
Nice.
I'm a nuggets man myself. All right, go ahead.
various
Sorry.
pieces of the chicken. And here's the other weird thing. Everyone breads them now, which I don't understand. Classic chicken wings, they don't bread them at all. It's fried, but usually
Fast
what they
food,
do is
brother.
they season and
You're
dry
at a
rub it, or they
Popeye,
put
sir.
it in a sauce,
Shit.
and it has that flavor cooked into the skin of the
Look at
chicken. So
his
it's supposed to be a crispy chicken skin, and then you can dip it in something else to add more flavor if you like, or to have a contrasting flavor. Today, all it is breaded chicken. And like that's not a chicken wing. That's not even the recipe of how to make a chicken wing. They just bread it a small.
Oh, not the recipe.
His leg is going nuts from this conversation. He's just like, they're not called.
small
That's not
earthquakes.
what a chicken wing is, okay? It's
Did he
called
buy
a
nuggets
drumette.
on accident? That's what I'm wondering. Like, did he just buy
Maybe.
nuggets on accident? You know, like what?
Chicken and claim like it's
I just imagine him like sitting there with Kat and she's trying to eat in peace and he's just complaining about the type of wings he got and that it's breaded and everything. He just like saps the joy out of every single situation ever.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
a chicken wing. So what they do is they probably make a ton of these, and then they just toss it in a box and they pour sauce on it and they shake the box. So a little disappointing.
Yeah, it's literally fast food. What do you think they do?
How do you
Actually,
think
why-
they do wings? What do you
what are they
think they
supposed to do? What are the other options? Have the chicken grow up in the sauce? Like, what's the option?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
The
we
meat is
bake
supposed
the
to bread
chicken.
itself.
Yes. The
like a chicken
chickens
wing
are
that's
still alive. We throw them in a pool of sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, we only
pull
feed them
out.
Tabasco sauce for the hot wings. Their entire
Oh.
life, it's only Tabasco sauce.
Oh,
in the sauce, and it's totally not. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one was honey barbecue, and it was pretty good. It had a little bit of a sweetness to the barbecue flavor, and it also had a little.
Yeah,
bit
that's
of a
usually
spice.
how honey tastes like. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
You know,
we had the
guys,
salt
honey,
and vinegar.
that's actually sweet.
Yeah, we had the salt and vinegar, and they were pretty salty, but also a little vinegary. I don't know.
It had a little heat, but then I got a little sweetness. It was really weird.
Okay, cool.
spice, and then the sweet and spicy basically kind of tasted like a sweet and sour sauce from say like almost like an Asian
Wait,
style.
objection, Your Honor. The witness just testified that it was a
Not
sweet and spicy, and now he's saying it's sweet and sour.
That cannot be real. What the
Strike
fuck?
that from the record.
A restaurant, like a Chinese restaurant, just again shaking on the wings. Now they weren't bad, but again they weren't great. I wish that they were a little bit juicier and there was more meat. The problem with modern chicken wings is they literally have almost no meat on them.
It's
So you're
fast
sitting there
food,
getting
dude.
completely
More
dirty,
meat, brother. Come on.
trying to eat
more
it.
meat.
you know, and he's like, my God, I got like one bite of meat in that whole freaking piece. Now I gotta get to the next piece, you know. So
exhausting to eat around the bone.
basically, it was decent. Now the chicken sandwich I've had it before. I knew it was.
And that's basically it. Now we're just
Yeah.
looping back to the other
Holy
segment.
shit.
There was something great about the suggestion box from earlier this week. I'm gonna try and find it because he just went all out saying that he's not even gonna do it anymore because people got entitled. And their suggestions, they're not suggestions, they're like demands. And that's terrible. And
That was a
also,
great
I
one.
want to bring some attention to this specific thumbnail. It's fantastic. I love when YouTube does that stuff because this is iconic.
Festival business.
Holding his
everybody.
head into his neck so it doesn't float away.
And we got the timestamps here.
Oh,
Okay.
OP Boone is doing a great
Liked it.
service, dude. He's doing a great service for us.
Do we have it here as in a suggestion? No.
Son of a-
I like that other comment that
yeah,
was
let's
just
do some shout outs
you,
first.
a real
I'm gonna
one.
find it.
All right, I'll do shout outs real quick. Big ups to Cookie Whoopie Pie, says Phil Benoit and Cat's Dream Daddy avatars. Talking about the characters created. So that character they created BG3 was, oh, not BG3, what the fuck? Dragon's Dogma. Phil Benoit and Cat's Dream Daddy. There we go. Wesley A says B-dubs is fun when you have friends. No argument here. Rebsy in the house says, wait, they went out to eat after they done their shopping? No, Rebsy. No, Rebsy. DoorDash. Come on.
We
You think we're going out?
shopping.
You operate a household, Rebsy? Clearly not. DoorDash everything. You
I'm
don't
not picking
go
up. I'm
anywhere.
not picking up food while I'm out. Crazy.
Hello? What's wrong with you?
So I
Copeside
did.
Phil, yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Peter.
yeah. Just
I'll finish shout
go
out
for
before we
it.
get to it. Copeside Phil says a guy who doesn't order fast food a lot is burnt out on it. It's almost like he does order fast food a lot. Oh, no. Okay. No.
And you're banned.
I don't. He said, but my favorite part of that is he said, I don't know. I never do this. We went crazy, but then he has opinions on every fast food people suggested in the comments. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, Wingstop in there. Not a big fan. You talk about KFC? They fucking suck. He knows about all the options too.
I don't know. There's something just about the Q4 2023 batch of chicken wings that was produced from this particular region's Popeyes. That they're slightly gamier than the other ones. I don't know.
They lost their way. Ira in the house says his idea of wings just boneless wings, which are white meat nuggets that are breaded. This man thinks any bone in wing is too much work to eat. He thinks we're at the point now where anything he thought like hot pot was too much work. You know, that's like just put the food on the thing. It's supposed to be a social thing. That's too much work. Seafood's too much work. Steak's too much work. Is there anything else you don't have that's too much work?
Yes, there was this one stew that he did what was it? Feasting with Phil on. And it was some kind of, an Asian meal that he ordered, and he was mad and he was telling those people what stew actually means because it had meat on the bone and it was just too hard to eat.
Different culture, yeah. This is not stew, sir.
I paid you for this meal. I just want to have to eat it. I don't want to have to do all this like extra preparation to it.
Easiest thing to eat is penne. I mean, just pick it up with a fork. Yum yum. Easy eat. There you go.
Greedo the Green says, as far as wings go, he gets the boneless wings because the bones are too much work, right? Exactly,
Yes.
Greedo the Green.
Feels
Jasper
like
the
his
Cat
teeth are
says,
sore.
absolutely, he's losing half the teeth. So Jasper the Cat says, do you think Phil is a feeder? The reason he's asking is because Cat is fat. No, I think Phil is a locker inner of dreams, right? He just closes in. He's a killer of dreams, let's say. And when you have no dreams because Philip, your significant other, has told you how they can never happen because you don't have enough money, obviously you could get divorced. But if you have less mental fortitude, you might just decide, you know what? I don't really have any dreams anymore, so I'll just have fun with food. I don't know. That's just one idea.
Yep.
What would you say, Baxter?
Yeah,
Is Phil a feeder was the question.
Phil a feeder. I wouldn't. Oh well. The tendency is that when someone lives together with a narcissist like DSP, they become more like the narcissist over time, especially if they're easily susceptible towards their tactics. And of course, we also on Thursday we talked about how DSP mistakes love with conformity. So the more like two people are, the better, the more they are in love with each other. So over time, because Cat seems susceptible and easily manipulated, in my opinion at least,
Yep.
She became the way she looks right now. She became more like DSP. She started acting like DSP. She started saying the same things like DSP.
Wow.
And at some point, I think her subconscious or she herself decided, well, I'm not gonna get out much. My man is not taking me out. We're not doing a lot together, so I'm gonna cope by eating. And that's very common with some females, not all. Hashtag not all of them.
Not
But eating for them is emotional coping, essentially, and that's what's happening. What I think.
I like this comment from Sleeper. He says, "Feed her. He barely knows her."
Nah.
I like that. All right, two more. Wesley H in the house says, "Imagine being Panda and listening to these kinds of convos and having better talks with people at work. No wonder she left." Yeah, because Leanna, as she grew up, became more of a normal style human and was like, "This is weird. I don't want to be like this." And she got out. She had the ability to, after she grew up, knew it was a bad situation. Why do I have no friends when I'm 24 years old? We don't do anything. This is kind of sucks.
Yeah, Leanna's an interesting case because she was the first online girlfriend of DSP, and he took her away out of a common, not a common, but a familiar environment. Like she was with her mom, I think, and she almost had her high school diploma, right? And then DSP took her across the country.
Yes.
And basically isolated her. And she felt bad for some time. You could tell she uploaded videos and the exact sex I'm not getting at this moment, something like that. I can't get the quote together. But at some point she regained her authority, her sense of self, and then she started selling soap. Then she started meeting other people at work. Then she took those people more seriously, became friends with them, and suddenly realized, wait a moment, this guy's actually toxic. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough road, but she took the road. You know, it took time though, but she got there. But yeah, go ahead, Snood.
I was just saying, it's so much cleaner in all my friends' houses. Wait, you guys don't have paper plates? What the?
Like at some point, if you have like it takes someone like Kat though that doesn't talk to anyone to not hear how crazy your life is. Because like imagine Leanna talking to her friends like, yeah, my boyfriend really don't do anything. Like, oh, okay. Well, what are you doing for Christmas? We don't really do anything. Well, we actually do the tree, but he has to stream it. It kind of sucks. Oh, that sounds kind of bad. Are you doing anything for Valentine's Day? No. Fallout 5 just came out, so we got to do that. Oh, that kind of sucks. And you'd keep hearing that. Normal human being would keep hearing that if you have friends, right? Like this kind of does suck, actually, you know?
Yeah.
But you have to talk to other people. And as you've seen, I don't think Catherine, no one in here, no matter what you think about Kat, would think she's a very social butterfly style person. So I don't think she's getting those talks from anybody when she was working, which, you know, who knows if she still is. Last one. Brian S. says, one of my big dislikes of DSP is how he has super in-depth critiques for everyone on Earth, everything on Earth, but except for his content. And you're right about that.
Oh boy. What a good transition into this video. So this might be a little bit too long for us, but there's a lot of it that is just phenomenal. So shout out to Snort Hogan, this courtesy of him for clipping this. This is the DSP suggestion box disaster. And it's one of, if not the last ever suggestion box segments, because after this, he just had to draw the line. It was over.
All right, let's jump in, right? Reduce asking for support. These segments put you in a bad light and are the exact kind of clips the trolls want. It really comes off as desperate. Regulars already know how to support, and if newcomers don't know, they'll ask. People are smarter than you give them credit for. They'll figure out how to support. If anything, you should add a support command to your chat. When someone asks you, you can simply say, type the support command and you'll know how to support me. It doesn't turn into a long, drawn-out 10 to 30-minute segment about how giving you money that is going to be clipped out of context. It makes you look bad. We don't want another scorn debacle on our hands. Well, first of all, the scorn debacle is a whole separate thing. We all know what happened with the scorn debacle 2 years ago, where I was playing a game that really started good and became a piece of dog shit. And I was suffering.
What are we going with this? What? I'm interested how we're gonna. You know about Scorn, okay? That was Scorn. Oh, okay, cool. Scorn, got it.
Yeah, this is the part where he's gonna give you the whole story to justify why he acted the way he acted. So let's hear his perspective on this and hear how justified it is
with it. Okay. People were like demanding that I keep playing it because it's a short game, and then we had an awful night where basically I was feeling awful because the game really pissed me off. And then I looked, and literally I made like nothing that night. And I'm like, dude, I just killed myself playing this shitty ass game. And essentially, made nothing for it. Imagine if you went to work one day and you busted your ass at work and you were just exhausted with that day of work. And your boss
Exhausted.
walked up to you and said, "Oh, by the way, I'm not paying you for today." Right? So
But this is nothing like what actually happened. Is
No.
You're not promised
No.
to get paid by in this case, your boss. This is not like that situation where you work under some kind of a contract and you expect that contract to be, to go through and for you to get paid what you're owed. In this case, is like he just sat there playing a game and he might as well have got $0 and that would be perfectly fine because he's doing it for free.
Yeah. It's like owning your own business and doing a terrible job all day so nobody came by and bought your product and
That's
then
the best
being
way to
like,
say it.
what the? I didn't make any money? That's not fair.
Yeah.
I was here all day though.
what happened is I exploded on the audience, which I shouldn't have done. But I mean, that's 2 years ago. We've talked about that.
2 years ago. That's
Wait.
a long time ago now. Okay,
Wait.
cool.
When
Yeah.
he exploded on his audience, that wasn't 2 years ago. That was in 2016.
Oh, that one.
Well, that's what he means. Okay, the Pokemon one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's saying I exploded on someone is such a funny thing to say. Like, yeah, Jack and I were having a disagreement the other day, and basically he was giving me his position, and I exploded on him. I lost my mind, and I really, really said some rude stuff to him. Yeah,
There was sauce all over my face.
all over the place.
I don't do that anymore because that's awful, right? Or at least I try not to do stuff like that anymore because we know how awful that is.
See,
He quickly corrected himself.
I try not to. I don't really
Yeah.
kill people. I mean, I try not to kill people anymore, right? Come on.
But in general, I don't like asking for support at all. If I had to never ever talk about support, I never would. Really, like I wouldn't even bother. Do you think I like saying,
Okay.
"Oh, by the way, please, support the stream
By
with
the way,
this,
Scorn
this,
was
this."
not 2 years ago. It was not 2 years ago. That's just
Yeah.
outright lie there. It's less than 2 years ago. But all right, it's
Yeah.
2 years ago now.
In this. No, I don't like doing that. That's the opposite of what a streamer wants to do. A streamer wants to stream fun content. It's not fun to have to bring up ways to contribute and to say, by the way, guys, today is a slow stream. But the bottom line is that's my livelihood. All right. Unlike most other content creators out there who have opportunities outside of just their live streams to make funds, I don't. I cannot get sponsorship opportunities.
But
You can.
You can, though.
Wonder why not?
No.
Even if that was the case.
I cannot get
By the way, it
partnership
was October 19th, 2022 is when Scorn happened. October 19th, 2022. That is in no world 2 years ago. But all right.
Also, in regards to the sponsorships, he keeps perpetuating that lie that I want to eliminate live on air right now. He keeps saying that after that, what was the second sponsorship stream on Twitch? He said he got no more sponsorships from the Twitch. What was it? A chill
The
board?
bounty
Yeah,
board?
bounty
Board,
yeah.
exactly, the bounty board. Thanks. And we caught him. Well, the directors caught him essentially getting one after the fact, saying for MTG Arena. He said this in his chat himself. So anytime he keeps saying Twitch banned me from their bounty board, that's a lie. And now you know.
Yeah. He was not banned from it. He just doesn't want to do it anymore because they take
Correct.
there's a little bit of work involved. Little.
Yeah, what he was actually banned from is Stream Elements and Stream Labs, which both also have their own third-party bounty board where you can sometimes get just an opportunity for a sponsorship. They just send it to you.
opportunities for multiple reasons, mostly because everyone on the internet has dumped on me for 10 years, unfairly slandering, defaming me, and treating me like the internet whipping boy. No company is going to want me to be a spokesperson for their product, because if I ever did, my trolls would immediately go to their website, to their socials, and bombard them with fucking nasty shit, which would immediately
Video
make them
clips
say,
of
why the hell
things
did you
you've
do this?
said. Got it.
That's the whole
Got
point.
it.
That you produced and uploaded.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Product look
cool.
good and have more people buy it or experience it. And instead, all we have is a bunch of trolls harassing us online. So what happened here? I don't get that. So because I don't have those supplementary levels of income, I don't have any other income sources outside of these streams and the revenue I make on YouTube behind the scenes.
And Patreon.
Right? That's it. Okay, the one other thing is Patreon.
There we go.
He heard you.
Clairvoyant meerkat.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I've already seen this before.
Okay.
But it was very funny how he just caught himself bullshitting, so he had to backpedal
Yeah.
a little bit immediately.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
Which is very
Patreon.
small.
That's basically just
Maybe
Slayer
$200
now.
a month I'll make on Patreon, if that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thanks, Slayer.
So
Beat
that's a
all
very
for
different
free
situation when
stuff.
it comes to
Apparently $200 to $300 a month for every once in a while doing a video reacting to something, that's like nothing, basically.
Uh-huh. And he just sits there and says, "Wow, that's cool," to Korean videos. That's the beginning and end of it.
Yeah.
I would say I'm in one of the most unique situations there are, because most people who are of the stature that I am, meaning not very big, I'm a very small time guy when it comes to my streams, when it comes to the content I put out. I still have a ton of support because I've been around for over 15 years, because there's people who absolutely love the content I put out.
Then you
despite
shouldn't
the fact
beg
that
then,
some
right?
people crap on me.
And also, if you got a ton of support and you're also a very small guy, that means that you're not a very small guy. Because very small guys, they do stuff for free and they basically get nothing. They get no revenue off of it because they're very small guys. Like people with the equivalent views that he gets get like probably less than even 10% of his overall income.
Oh, much less. That like let's talk about it like night streams. 200 viewer stream. They would dream of saying like, all right, guys, I only $150 to stream. That's a fucking dream.
Yeah.
Crazy, you know? They just don't expect it either. So when they get $10, they're happy as shit.
Yeah.
Because $10 is $10 to, you know, you're playing a fucking video game.
And want to see me persevere and continue through. So I have way more support than most people of my stature on the internet.
Yes,
right? Another
you
person
do.
who gets like 300 viewers on a stream and a few hundred views on a video isn't likely to make a living doing it. I can, because I'm lucky, because I've been around so long and I've persevered through so much adversity, that there's people who actually appreciate and understand that. They like my content for being such a long time person doing it. And that's why. I mean, I'm just different. I'm a different animal than most other people who do this for a living.
That's true.
They all
That's
have to
true.
follow the algorithm.
Got
They
that
all have
right,
to push
buddy.
and shill and do all that stuff. And you know, I don't do that. But because I don't do all that other shit that they do, because essentially I don't have opportunity to do it, I have to focus on basically making a living on stream. So it very, very much stands to reason that on a day when I'm
one-sided
streaming,
sniff.
and I have a
Love
slow
those.
day where I make almost nothing on my streams, that's a day when it's a bust for me. Like, I didn't make any money to pay my bills, to support my family, to do the things I need to do to make a living and keep this business running. That's a scary thought to think about that. You mean like one day could make or break you? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not far ahead enough where I can just say, oh, I could have a whole slow week and everything's good. I can't. If I had a slow
So
week,
are you
I can't
successful or not, sir? Could you
He
please
just
answer
said
that?
he got tons of support for being on the internet for 15 years, and now we're just talking about one day as a make or break scenario for him. It's like, pick one. You got to pick one. Do you got a ton of support, or you barely got any, and you're barely making ends meet?
pay bills, you know? And that sucks. I don't like living like that, but that's the situation that life has tossed me into. And we could sit here and argue all day about what's
life has tossed me into this. Wait, put that back. Life has tossed me into this situation.
You know, and that sucks. I don't like living like that, but that's the situation that life has tossed me into.
Oh,
I could do. Sad.
Nothing I can do, bro.
Classic situation.
Problem is intrinsic. It cannot be changed. Nothing I can do. It is what it is.
Yeah, life threw me into life, man. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. Just one of the unlucky ones, I guess. But I'm also a lucky one because I'm a big guy, but I'm not a big guy. I'm a little guy.
Oh, okay.
Argue
I also
all
get
day.
massive support, but if
Yeah, but I
get one
don't
day
get
of
any
that support.
But I don't get any support. So,
okay.
About
Need that
what's
money.
a better thing, to have a 9-to-5 job with a salary, or to be a YouTuber who's like my stature and fluctuating income, and it's not stay. You know, that's neither here nor there. And truth be told, with all the hardships that I go through here financially, it's still better than any other job I've ever had. Every other.
Because you got fired from all of them. You physically can't get fired from this unless literally nobody gives you any money, and you just you have no other choice.
And make no mistake, that day will come. It's just when. So he's gonna get fired from every possible job he's ever had.
The job that I've had, it's this semblance of safety and stability that doesn't exist in corporate America specifically. You can be cut at any moment for any reason, and there's nothing you can do about it. I've experienced it firsthand. I'm being complimented one day for going above and beyond. I'm receiving awards for the amount of work that I did,
Medal
and
of
then 2
Honor.
months later, I'm laid off. You know, so it doesn't matter what you're doing. There's never stability. And with YouTube, at least I've been doing this now since 2011. And again, through your support, it's allowed me to say, hey, the best job I've ever had. I have control of my destiny, right? As opposed to having to answer to some boss at any
By
moment.
asking for their support. You mean?
That's why I beg so much. I'm in control. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yes.
Got it.
They didn't give it to you out of their free will. You had to ask them.
Oh, this is so much better than doing what one person says for 8 hours a day, and then like a aggressive sort of way, but a mutual agreement of
some
mutual
crazy
benefit.
phrasing here, by the way. Get a load of this.
Your support, it's allowed me to say, hey, the best job I've ever had. I have control of my destiny.
I have control of my destiny. And just saying that he depends on your direct support and that each day is a make or break moment. It's like, it
That's not
seems like you
control.
got no control over your destiny. That's what it seems like.
Thank you so much for giving me permission to have control over my life. I really appreciate that, guys.
I really do. It really is special to me. By the way, please tip. It's slow yesterday.
As
Thank
opposed to
you.
having to answer to some boss that at any moment could shift around and kick me out. That's never going to happen if I'm an independent internet content creator. Yeah, the venue might change. Yeah, the
But at
format
least
might
the
change.
boss
but
is contractually obliged to pay you every week, unless you really fuck up at work, right? So
Yeah.
in YouTube, people could just say, well, guess what? Money's tight. I'm not going to give you any money right now. Will your boss say that? Then it's a violation of that contract. So
still able to have an opportunity to make content for an audience that wants that content. They want
So I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead because then we get to the actual begging part.
fucking ad possible. Like, there's no chance in hell I'm ever buying this product. I don't know how of what kind of living I make, what sells, and they don't know how to contribute. And so if I just casually mention it every once in a while, then maybe they will. Or maybe there's people who are watching and don't
Casually
realize, oh
mention
man,
it.
Phil's having a slow day. Oh well, now that I know that, I'll chip in, and then they do.
But they can't see on the leaderboard that he's having a slow day when it's a 0 out of 50.
They
no.
probably cannot read if you really get
He
down
has
to
to
it.
tell
It's
them.
like-
Yes. Good point. Good point. Good point. Most of
Now I'll be honest. Yes,
situations.
I think that it's obnoxious if I keep mentioning it over and over.
Okay, here I think is a good
If I have
part.
a day where I'm really
Yeah, here we go.
frustrated, probably because I'm either exhausted or stressed out about stuff, and then I come on the stream and I say things like,
Oh God, go back.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
that was great.
Oh, God.
okay.
Deep
Listen.
wipe and then the spread on the PJ pants,
"Cautious,"
brother.
if I keep
Hell
mentioning
yeah.
it over and over.
aggregating
Or if I have a
this.
day where I'm really frustrated, probably because I'm either exhausted or stressed out about stuff.
Here we go. Collecting.
Distributing.
My God.
Is that going up the hip or is that going on the inside of the arm of the chair?
I think it's the hip.
That's his
Oh, do you
hip.
think it's hip? That's
Yeah,
the farming
his hip.
area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because probably because it's usually the hip or the thigh, I guess. But the thigh
Well,
might
here's-
have been greased up already, so you're looking for like a dry spot.
I thought about something recently about how he always sits with one leg crossed over the other one, right?
Yes.
Oh, is
so,
that true?
like, yeah, because that's why he has to go, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
As he stands
He
and
stays
gets up.
still too long. It's locked
Yeah,
up.
because the blood is not collected in his feet anymore, or the opposite, whatever. But like, I think he's been wiping on the knee that is just out of frame there too. I think it's going from knee to like
knee.
mid to hip. That's a ton. That's a ton of fucking agricultural zone
That's
for
a lot of
whatever he's
real
growing.
estate.
Yeah, prime real
Grease
estate.
on your
Jesus.
hip.
Yeah,
gotta get that song.
I agree with you.
I've been
That's something
farming
that
for
I
so long.
Okay,
sorry.
Tried to get better at over the years. The difference here is this. I don't do it constantly. It doesn't matter what people say. I actually don't do it constantly, and I know for a fact.
Listen to this.
Because I've
Come
actually
on,
been
man.
tracking myself.
Yeah,
The difference here
right.
is this.
Sure.
I don't do it constantly. It doesn't matter what
Okay.
people say. I actually don't do it constantly, and I know for a fact
Awesome.
because I've actually been tracking myself.
We got beg tracking now. This is the latest innovation in the Snortex.
I have. I've actually started tracking how often do I actually ask for support and how bad is
How are
it
you
and
doing
things like
that?
that.
How bad is it?
Oh, wait. What's the categories?
I got an Excel spreadsheet. It's like, okay, January 3rd, one bag, pretty not so bad, pretty light to be honest with you. January 5th, one bag, big, big, big. This was a
Scorn.
huge one.
Just
This
right
is a big
scorn,
one.
yeah.
And I can
Medium
tell you this,
style.
today is way less than what
Oh,
it used to be.
well,
Basically, just
sure.
started around that
Close
time because you
this
brought up
show, I
Scorn.
guess.
It started around that time of that playthrough when I kind of had a reality check. When
I wonder who gave him the reality check. Was
He
it the
had
massive
Meerkat.
exposure?
He had it.
No,
No
he
one,
had it.
no one played any part in this. He had it. Okay.
You didn't tell me.
There's no Sir Moist involved. Come on.
who were watching that clip and calling me out and saying, "Wow, Phil's a scumbag," and I was like, you know what? I completely agree with them. When I watch back myself during
You know what? You're right.
that stream,
I
I
agree
cringe and
with
say
you.
that was awful. Why did I do that? You know, it's emotions. It's being afraid.
That's what.
Because again, a day when I have a bad streaming day literally could mean that within a week or two, I have a day where I'm worried how am I going to pay all my bills. because
Okay,
things
hold on.
went-
Sorry.
So,
I'm sorry. Can we just listen to the exact words he just used there?
okay.
If I have one day that's slow, in a couple of weeks, I might have a day where I can't pay a bill. Does that not sound like really, really fake and false to anybody else? Like,
I'm just very confused. Let's hear that again.
It's being afraid. Because again, a day when I have a bad streaming day literally could mean that within a week or two, I have a day where I'm worried how am I going to pay all my bills because things went bad.
I don't. Yeah, it's kind of weird wording there.
So if I had a day today where that was slow, I could have a day in 7 to 14 days where I think, well, I could have another day that I think, how am I going to pay my bills? In 14 days, your bills are like 14 days away from coming up again if you've just paid them, are they not? Like,
I like how he said his phrase here too earlier was like, I don't care what anybody says because that's not true. I've been tracking it. So if you say I've been doing it, I haven't.
Lying.
Yeah.
Debunked.
Debunked by saying it's not true. Okay, choo. Are they buying this?
But that's something that I have to get better at as a human.
Only Nightbot's talking.
You know, and I make mistakes, and I realize there are times when things are going bad. For example, when the whole debacle happened 2 months ago with all the fake memberships, and all of a sudden the channel's exploding with memberships, and everyone thinks everything's going great. It's literally the opposite. Like, I'm getting thousands of these memberships and getting paid like $1 per thousand. So normally I would be making all this income, and I'm actually losing tons of income, and it hasn't come back. You know, this is just a matter of fact right now.
No, this logic has always been flawed because nobody has promised him or guaranteed him that he would make every month a certain amount off of the memberships. It's just his fantasy. It's just kind of wishful thinking that, hey, man, this month I got 1,000 members. That means next month I really want to get 1,000 members. Otherwise, I'm quote unquote losing money.
Textbook case of a hedonistic treadmill where he reaches a certain level of support and contributions, and he says, okay, this is my new level. Now I need more than that. Once he reaches that level, that's not enough anymore. Now we need more than that. It started with the vest streak. Then we had 150 every stream. When he gets a good whale again that pays 150, it's going to be 200.
So I know this. Anyone have a LARPer account that are ready to say goodbye to, right? You're kind of done with it. I would love if we get a question like, how would you rate that bag when he just finishes like a midstream bag?
Did you track that one, Phil?
Did you track that one, Phil? What would you rate that?
Immediately run a poll. Ask the audience.
How bad was this bag?
1 to 10. How worse? How bad was it?
I need this data, guys. I'm gathering this data so I can help improve my business. So if you can please vote in the poll. Now, do not troll this. Okay, I will be deleting the troll votes afterwards. Okay. Well, after I deleted the troll votes, it does say that I was not a big bag, so I'm just going to put that in the
that was a light bag
here. Okay.
Okay, got it.
All right, sounds good.
Is that this channel is way down on revenue because those memberships screwed everything up. They threw a big monkey wrench into the way that stuff works, and now so many people got the free membership. No one paid for one for like 2 months. That is starting to come back now, and I'm grateful for that. That those of you who are coming back and becoming members legit and gifting legit memberships, thank you for that. But it's taking a couple months now to kind of bounce back from it, and that's awful because now I'm affected by it. You know, and so I tell you that because people wonder, how are you doing with memberships? And blah blah. So I answer, it's like, oh, so you're asking for support?
Who wonders that?
What? No, I'm just telling you what happened because people noticed there was an insane amount of memberships being given out every day on the stream. People had questions. I'm giving you answers, but somehow that just becomes the next, you're begging for support kind of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So it drives me nuts because it's like, once again, it's another situation. It doesn't matter what I do. It's still wrong. Correct? So if I never mention support ever and I literally go out of business because people don't support because I don't say anything about it, well, obviously I did something wrong there because that was dumb. I went out of business. If I mention it too much, well, now it's obnoxious. I'm a beggar.
Was that point just now? What the fuck was that point?
Go back to that one again. Go back. Hear that point again, please.
It drives me nuts because it's like, once again, it's another situation. It doesn't matter what I do. It's still wrong. Correct?
Doesn't matter
so
what
if
I
never
do.
mention support ever and I literally go out of business.
It's the two extremes, by the way. Notice we start from when I never mention support, never doing it.
Yes.
Because people don't support because I don't say anything about it. Well, obviously I did something wrong there because that was dumb. I went out of business. If I mention it too much, well, that's
and now we just jumped to mentioning it too much. Can we just do it like the proper amount where it's not pushy and demanding and weird?
Somewhere in the middle there. Maybe.
Yes,
I don't know.
That would also work.
Obnoxious. I'm a beggar. It's like, so where's the happy medium? And that's what we got to find. We're in the middle.
The medium of begging.
Is it acceptable? And I agree. The scorn situation is the polar opposite of who I want to be on the internet. I don't want to sit here and become.
Why though? Because Because
not true
people
either.
told him, because Moist Critical told him that it's a terrible thing to do. Because if nobody called him out on this, he would just keep doing the same shit. Because nobody told him it's wrong. He can't figure out by himself that it was wrong.
Mr. Shill.
Oh, he said worse shit. He used to be worse than scoring on the regular. That was just a regular fucking thing. You go back to those fucking when he was losing the house. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna let you know. We barely hit the tier 3 goal last night, and hope we can. This stream was 100 in the morning, so hoping we can pick it up. Like he did not give a fuck back then because no one called him out.
Pokemon Sun and Moon is far and away worse than the Scorn, in my opinion. Like he said, people need to step up and stop being like basically stop being little bitches.
Oh yeah, step
right?
up. Yeah, you got to step up.
You
Yeah,
gotta
we heard
step
that
up and quit being lazy and come to my stream. Give me money,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
We got to get a contest. Well, no, because there's so many
think
big
we already-
ones. Like who could
we already
find the
did that.
hypest bag? Who could find the most filthy bags in history?
Oh, the filthiest bag of all time. That's a rough one. That's
a
rough
tier
one. I bet
list. The filthiest bag
absolutely
tier.
Filthiest bag. You gotta say it like that too.
Mr. Ask, Mr. Beg. I just want to have fun with you guys.
Mr. Ask, Mr. Beg.
Chill, hang out, play games, and then hey, the support will come. And that's always been my philosophy. If I'm enjoying what I'm doing on a stream and you're enjoying what I'm doing on the stream, and the content is that kind of reciprocal relationship,
working
we're
out
all
for you then,
enjoying each
brother?
other's company.
It seems like we
then
might have to
the
change
support-
philosophies. That's all I'm saying. We might have to change philosophies if we keep having to continue to beg more than you say you want to. So it seems like the philosophy needs some work. Let's say.
Have you ever seen DSP play a video game? Because changing your strategy is not a winning strategy
Oh,
to DSP.
We brute force in this.
Yeah,
Bitch.
you just keep doing it, and eventually the RNG is gonna roll the 1 out of 1,000. That's like, okay, actually this time it did work to do it that way because all these other things lined up so well, right?
Got it.
Just wait for that 1 out of 1,000, dude. That's gotcha. That's gambling. Easy.
will just naturally come. And in general, it does. It's just those times when it doesn't that maybe you need a little nudge in the right direction and say, hey, remember you can support because if I have a bad day, this is going to set me back. And a lot of people just don't like that. The real problem here, let's be actually transparent and honest now.
Okay, so now we get to the real problem. Even though we're running out of time, but we got to give this one some attention.
Is that everyone
divorce line here?
Oh, good.
Out there just misrepresents me. Like you just said in your suggestion. And by the way, thank you for this. This is actually a really good suggestion box topic. I'm glad we talked about it today. And thank you for tackling it with a nice.
You just said that I'm misrepresenting you, though. Like if I was the commenter, like
this is a nice question. I like this one. Go ahead. Yeah.
Now you're a fucking liar and an idiot, but it's a great question. I'm super happy to get this, but
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
A lot of other people would have come at this in a very negative way, and you didn't. So thank you so much. His name is Goki. I think
You're still an
Thank
asshole,
you for
though.
this. This
Fuck
is a
you.
good
You're
one.
banned.
Thank you. You are banned though.
The way I see it is because so many assholes out there always misrepresent me. People have, sadly, a very unfair notion of the fact that they think that all I do is sit here all day talking about income. Did I literally mention it once on today's stream until I started reading the suggestion box?
No.
Nope. Would I have mentioned it? Maybe.
Yes.
I probably would have mentioned it when we started with the React show, because during the React show, that's how that channel makes profit, is just memberships. That's it. There's no ad revenue to be had on the React channel because everything gets claimed, but the memberships are the reason why that channel is profitable for me. So yeah, during that show, I'll say, hey, just so you know, become a member today. You can suggest clips for next week's show. Maybe if you support the streams today with a super chat or a tip, that would be great, because that's how I make my living on this channel. It's what makes it profitable, right? And I'll do it a few times during the show. But I try not to make it
so you do what you're being accused of. I know what you're saying.
To be fair, I do what they accuse me of, but they also do accuse me of that. Thank you.
Now, did I speak about this once before I started talking about this? No. Would I have? Yes.
A couple of minutes ago, you guys brought up the filthiest bag ever. And I think, I don't know about the filthiest one, but I can think of the most humiliating one. And I don't remember playing us on the podcast.
Yes.
But man, this one
is a great one.
This one made me feel embarrassed for existing and actually watching this clip. Just get a load of this.
Bottom line is right now what I'm kind of hinging on, which is really bad. My parents every year usually give me a birthday present. I'm actually counting on my birthday present to hopefully be enough, because I don't know what they're giving me, to pay my bills in April. I have bad news.
It wasn't enough.
I don't know what's going on with YouTube.
This is a separate one.
YouTube.
But the birthday present one was, oh man.
This whole video is great, but yeah, that's a really bad one.
This is by Mighty D. It's called Nobody Has Begged More Online Than DSP. Go check out that video. It's full of begging. But
Mom,
that
I was
was the
hoping-
one I wanted to show everybody because it's exceptional.
Mom, I was hoping we could coordinate on how much my birthday gift will be valued at this year, please, ahead of time. I'm going to need about $1,500 or so.
It gets even worse when you consider that he essentially got married to Kat in order to get a tax break help from his mom. So, dude.
Yeah, like big ups to Francisco says with his membership. Leanna leaving is why DSP made sure to trap Kat with marriage, and Linda's bribe was just a bonus, in my opinion. Yep.
Linda's bride put it over the top for sure.
Interrupt my reactions with that.
And the cherry on top, of course, is that they got to eat Vinny's pizza in Connecticut, which is
big ups.
Whoa, tax money and a free dinner? Let's go. Come on, honey.
Shilling and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I think what it is I'm misrepresenting. People will take.
So it's everybody else's fault, by the way.
I do it, but I'm misrepresented.
In a giant stream, you know, I turn on the stream 10:45 a.m. I start talking around 11:15.
Yes.
That talk segment, which is the level 1 podcast, goes on to like 12:45, and then we have 3+ hours of gameplay or 3+ hours of reacting or whatever it is I do. They'll take 5-6 hours of a stream, and they'll take the 3 to 4 times that maybe I plugged, and they'll say, "Here's Phil's stream," and they'll just edit together. They'll act like that was the whole stream.
That.
What?
I want those
This
videos.
Is the same
That's
thing
an out of context clip right there.
What? I didn't hear it. What was it?
I said 3 or 4 times I plugged.
Okay.
They'll take
I was that in that mindset.
3 to 4 times that maybe I plugged.
Maybe he plugged.
But maybe I plugged.
Maybe.
They'll say, "Here's
going.
Phil's stream,"
He keeps going to the bathroom.
and they'll just edit together. They'll act like that was the whole stream. What? This is the same thing they used to do with This Is How You Don't Play. Take the awful clips out of the playthrough. That's like a 20-hour playthrough, but make a 1-hour montage of the times when I failed.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
So this is like what highlights of a soccer game, and saying, yeah. They put this highlight video of like the hype moments. They said like that's like the whole game. What?
Wow. Well, it's like the news. It's like they just took like the only interesting parts of the story and like put it on the newspaper, and then like they made a headline that just kind of like summarized what the story was.
Assholes.
Right. I like the idea. Make a This Is How You Do play of one of these games and see how much. See, no, but I'm saying see how much shorter that's gonna fucking be than a This Is How You Don't Play. Okay, bring up the highlights of a DSP playthrough. I bet you that's not gonna be a more than a 2-hour video or less.
Phil's playthrough. Well, it wasn't. That was 1/20th of the playthrough. You've ignored 90% of the playthrough to push a narrative.
That's not the math there, sir. But all right. That was 1/20th. You've missed 90%. Oh.
And it makes me look far worse than what reality really is. Are there times when, yes, absolutely, I go too far with it? Yes, absolutely, there are.
So I do look bad.
So is that misrepresented or no? Yeah.
Well, because they show it to a full degree of they cut out all the parts that I tried to use to like make me look not as bad, and I just show the relevant parts, and it makes me look as bad as I actually am. Actually,
You guys absolutely have the right to call me out on that and say, "Stop! You're being overbearing. You're being annoying." You know, we get it.
Oh, I've heard this before. You guys remember when he said, "Oh, you guys, if you catch me begging, just say, Phil, you're doing it again. Phil, relax." That's literally how he phrased it.
Yeah.
We want to support you. We will if we can. Stop fucking asking. And that's fine if you do that. I appreciate those who are honest with me about that kind of stuff.
You would be banned instantly.
But the truth is, when someone says something to me here, let's just listen to this. It doesn't turn into this long, drawn-out 10 to 30-minute segment about how giving you money. What are you talking about?
This is a 27-minute clip, by the way.
Discredit that guy.
Yeah. Let's make this guy look like an asshole.
No, really, what are you talking about? A 10 to 30-minute segment about giving me money.
Yes.
You really think that happens?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
That is happening now.
There's hour-long emergency videos asking for money on the very DSP throwback channel. I mean,
this video is an extended beg, basically.
Yes.
And actually, those 20, 30 hour-long videos on the throwback channel are some of his most viewed videos on that channel, too. So that means it's kind of good content in a way, I guess. Very confusing.
That's where the hype is.
Yeah, I will stop my content. Like, I'll stop playing a game. Oh, man, this is a great game, but by the way, guys, we have to stop playing for 30 minutes to talk about income.
Wow,
you don't say the 30 minutes part, but you do talk that long.
It's never happened. Like literally in my
Yes, it
entire streaming history, that's never happened. Even that scorn moment you're talking about, that didn't happen.
Yeah, but the whole point of it is that you don't need 30 minutes to make you look bad. You can make yourself look terrible and even ruin your whole online brand and your whole online career in like 2 minutes or 1 minute or even 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Right?
One of the biggest issues is also that in the way he's asking, essentially you can say, okay, guys, this is the way you can support. But if you ask, well, guys, would be really nice if we hit the tier 1 tip goal today, or thank you for the very little supporters who actually supported. It's like,
Sorry,
dude,
Cloud
this
Wing,
is
I guess we're
indirect
not
begging.
gonna.
We know what you're doing. Stop being facetious. I mean,
Yes, and that I mean that's another tool of people like him, right? Of just using like these really really strict, perfect, exact definitions of certain things, so that if you're not within those perfect bounds, he can say, "Well, you're taking me out of context. It's not exactly like that." I also said that like I'm scared about my wife's health right now, like.
Literally last night, last night's always slow for the fucking Like a Dragon because he has to whatever keep playing it. He had his super chat. He said, "Oh, well, I've only gotten one super chat, so I better put this name on the leaderboard." Like that's
what?
That was last night.
You're supposed to put them all on.
I mean, this is how he says. That's how he talks about shit. So it's not like he's not saying, "Guys, please give me money right now. I really want your money." But he's saying it in many thousands of different ways.
Oh, geez, I guess I'll do my part of the bargain between you giving me money and me providing a service now. Okay, here I go. She loves this all so much, idiots.
So that's what drives me nuts. You literally have cited an example that doesn't happen, but you probably do think it happens. Why? Because you watch the fucking detractor content. All right. Here's the honest response that I will give to anyone
second layer
who has a
honesty
suggestion
now, right?
that's like, man, there's just one
First
thing.
layer, second layer. Now we're in the second layer of honesty. All right, now we're deep in honesty. Go ahead.
About you that I really don't like. I like that you beg too much, right? Stop watching detractor content. Because if you were actually here watching the real content, you would understand that what they say is false. It is a false narrative to push an agenda where they will get clickbait and views. It has nothing to do with reality. Most people who are on my streams on a daily basis never complain that I'm asking too much for anything.
Because they're in your streams on a daily basis. They're literally used to it. They're desensitized. That's why they don't complain about the snorting too, even though it's super obnoxious, because they're just used to it. They just kind of, it comes in the package of DSP is he begs a lot, he snorts, and his streams are bad and his gameplay is bad. So if I'm going to be a fan, I need to kind of embrace that because that's just who he is.
If you say a word about begging, if you say the word BEG, if you write out those letters, you're banned. What are you supposed to say? What are you supposed to do then?
Between the 4 people in this call right now, how many days of the week are covered with DSP restreams? Like there's Thursday, there's Saturday and Wednesday
for me, yeah.
Like
Cat does few, yeah.
I think between the 4 of us, like maybe we're not there 7 days a week, but we're literally watching him exactly as he is broadcasting to us. So it's not like a restreamer can take you out of context in any way whatsoever, really.
Yep. And
so I can say, go on. Sorry, go on.
Some of his most watched restreams is just a raw rebroadcast of him.
Yes.
So they get to see the real deal.
It's just not reality.
Well, I guess it's not reality.
Yes. Never mind. Sorry, we're wrong. Sorry.
It's not.
It's not wake it up. Wake it up.
Of matter of fact stuff. But that's the thing. You watch it out of context. You watch it on a channel that only highlights that toxic shit, and that's what you're gonna see. You know what I'm saying?
So please,
the toxic shit is you.
His toxic shit.
Add some clips of you beating like bosses in games, please, Snort Hogan, for the full context. We need that.
And again, that's the thing. Like what I'm saying now, right? They absolutely, positively will not ever take what I'm saying right now verbatim.
Why
we're
wouldn't
watching the whole 30-minute segment on this, and we're watching it almost as comprehensively as possible.
Yeah,
because it's true. Instead, they'll take a few clips about my response to this. Phil butthurt about people saying he's an e-beggar, and then they'll take 3 clips and here it is. I'm butthurt about it. That's what I mean. That's what they do.
That doesn't sound like it's the opposite of what you're talking about. That just sounds like putting together a video, giving a funny title, and saying that your butt hurt.
And he also admits being butthurt about it.
And he'll take a few clips about my response to this. Phil butthurt about people saying he's an e-bagger.
The title I would suggest would be Phil Butthurt. Like that would work.
You can say Gouty Pig Roach. You can say Gouty Pig Roach. You can say greasy hair. You can say flathead. I don't know. This is what they do. This is the kind of things they do.
Take 3 clips and here it is. I'm butthurt about it. That's what I mean. That's what they do. I don't know how you can't figure that out yet. I mean, that's their shtick for the last 10 years. So
who?
You know what I'm saying?
Like I haven't had a channel for 10 years.
I appreciate the feedback. I agree with you. I don't want to be someone who's just about income. I think that's terrible. Okay. I try not to harp on it. Every once in a while, if there's a reason to bring it up.
Defiant one-sided sniff.
Rocket snort.
When the fake gifted memberships were happening, I needed to let you know because
yeah.
That being said,
hey, nice.
Shout out.
I understand what you're saying, but please get the fact that what you're saying, 10 to 30-minute segments about income don't happen unless I get a question like this and we're just adjusting the suggestion. That's it.
So they happen sometimes. Yes.
So they do happen. Okay.
We don't have giant segments where, well, I'm just going to stop making content today until people contribute. Here, I'm going to turn the webcam off until someone sends me a nice, fresh 20.
10 years ago, LTG.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. This is also scummy, though. What LTG does is also scummy.
Yes, definitely. People call him out too. That's why they say he's the black DSP.
But nobody says that Phil does this either, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah, no one does. No one says it.
So it's the whole like appealing to like some absurd thing that doesn't actually happen to prove us wrong, which doesn't actually work. Like,
when $20 rolls in, I'll turn the camera back on and we'll continue making content. I don't do that. I swear you people act like I do sometimes. I don't do anything like that.
You do. You do worse than that. At least he's being honest about what he wants.
Yeah.
I'm about making the content and enjoying it with you. That's I don't have this fucking demands. Like I have my content on ransom, right?
No, you do pity party. Your forte is pity party, actually.
You know, you guys remember, was it Christmas last year when his content was literally held for ransom because he used to do the member goals back then and he didn't hit the goal for Christmas and Christmas was hostage.
He says that same thing happened. He says that he was sick for Halloween, but I think it was kind of like not enough people were hyped for Halloween either. So he thought he'd just let the cold get to him a little bit.
I think
memberships were high
he
enough.
definitely could have done the actual Halloween stream because, I mean, he wasn't that sick. He got the flu or something. And people would have been more sympathetic towards him and it would have been more positive, but he just decided not to do it. And not even show anybody what the costume was.
No, everyone get fucked. Big ups to chat for pointing out. He does hold games for ransom, by the way.
That is true.
Many, many times tells you, if you, guys, don't want to keep harping on this. If you like Final Fantasy VII, you gotta support it, okay? You got to, please.
It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
Yeah.
You better listen. If you don't contribute in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to punch through this piece of artwork. I'm going to smash this on my knee, and the whole setup will be fucked up forever because you didn't contribute. Do I do that stuff?
Why would
Who said you
do
do
it? Like, what the fuck are you talking?
So hilarious. Funny. Can't recover. It's so funny.
I don't, Anyway.
You done?
It's a misconception. It is. It's a misconception.
Okay.
Oh.
My bad. Sorry.
That's the sum up. Okay.
Detractor content. I mean, literally, the most of this, the responses I can say to people in these is just don't watch detractor content. Just be here for the streams and ignore the white noise, and you'll like it.
Just believe everything I say, and you're gonna like me.
Yes.
How is it that hard?
True. That's actually true.
If you would just watch my stuff,
how confident he was in that. You're just gonna be here. You're gonna like it.
You're
how can you tell?
But you don't. You watch the detractor content as a supplement, and then you come here and complain
Supplementary content.
when it doesn't
Supplement.
Supplement. Okay.
I've been going to the gym lately, and I've been supplementing with Meerkat as I'm lifting.
Supplement.
That stuff's not happening.
Okay.
Got
it. So it is. You did say it happened.
My nose is bothering me now because now
that's happening.
That is happening.
Q&A. Here we go again.
Definitely happening. The drip
kills my sinuses. Okay. Shorten the podcast. Your past recent podcasts are nothing but scheduled talk about support and Q&A. Here we go again. There is no 30-minute segment about support. You're wrong.
No, they didn't say that.
Didn't say that.
They didn't say anything about time, sir.
Or support. He said
That is
shorten
too
the
long.
podcast.
Yeah.
We're talking about schedule now, man.
Yeah.
Stop saying
sir,
that.
could you...
If you don't have any topics for the podcast, why try to artificially extend it?
Bro,
Yes,
we
we
literally
don't need
have
Jonathan
people on the internet doing pie charts on the amount of
Yes.
times he spends doing shit. And here we got, this is for September 2023. We got
That's a long time ago.
26% is Q&A/wasting time, and 19% is business, which is related to his revenue, begging, and shout-outs, which
Please
is
go to a more
related to
modern
his
one.
revenue.
Meerkat, go to a modern one because that's good numbers. That makes him look good. Go to one that's from 2024. It's way worse now.
Well,
Not-
this
not
is the
23.
23rd of March.
like-
Hold on, this was...
That was 2023.
Yeah, this was
then.
2023.
This new, I think.
Because it was the pin
Let's see
message, that's why.
Come on,
So-
Gal Gal.
It's not the
Yeah.
years.
Okay.
This was the podcast audit for
Oh, my bad.
23rd
I'm
of
an
this
idiot.
month. We got begging, business, and shout-outs, 41%.
Yes, that's tops. Always tops. Hell yeah.
Actually, wow.
Daily rap recap. Are you serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
This guy recaps
Subcategory.
his recaps. Oh, my
hello.
Lord.
How is she supposed to know what happened in the recap?
The daily rap recap
I
is
just can't.
actually more comprehensive than the daily rap itself. So it's like
Yes.
it's the
Necessary.
director's cut of the daily rap that already exists because he put it
Okay.
out because it's supposed to be a summary of his day.
Yeah.
I like
That's-
Q&A/wasting time is in the same category.
Yeah.
Wasting time is those times when it's like, oh, look, AC. I might have to turn off my AC today. It's kind of hot. Well, I don't
Or
know,
when he
maybe-
just gets up with no explanation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, so this is
Jesus.
March
March.
20th. This was the March podcast audit so far.
Wow.
Is business and begging is like 55%. This is 885 minutes.
Get right to gameplay. You complain games are too long and you don't have any time to play them. I think shortening the podcast
point, sir.
will help alleviate this issue. Never said I don't have time to play them. I have said that they're too long. I never said I don't have time to play
Yes,
games. I don't.
actually,
Yeah,
don't
he factually
They're
has,
too long.
yes.
You don't have time.
The games are too long because he plays them too slowly.
Yes.
If you look at chat every 2 minutes, of course, you're not going to get a lot of shit done.
I don't know what you're talking
Is
about.
saying
there.
something takes a long time not the same thing as saying you don't have enough time to do it? This thing is too heavy. I can't lift it. Well, I never said it. I never said I can't lift it. It's just that it's it's too heavy to be lifted.
I know you'll say we'll just come back to when the podcast. Wait, we'll come back when the podcast is over. Ask yourself, why should someone do that? Because there's a podcast scheduled for the morning, and if you don't want to watch the podcast, you come to the stream after it's over. That's like saying, man,
TSP.
I really want to
There you go.
watch the nightly news that starts at 9 p.m. But god damn it, there's an hour of sitcoms that happen from 8 to 9. Why can't they just cancel all the sitcoms and start the news at 8? Because that's the fucking broadcast schedule, stupid.
And now we just call him stupid.
Stupid! You don't know about my schedule, man.
He's like a
Yacht-
broadcast TV channel. That's
Dude,
exactly
not
how
an
the internet
equivalent scenario, by the way. It would be like if you said the news starts at 9, and then when you tuned in at 9, instead of the news starting, they just kind of like sat around the news desk and got up and like played with the cat and asked for money for an hour before they started doing the
Oh.
news.
When you
Warner
want to
even
see
waking up right now. All right. Go ahead.
something live, you attend when it starts. My gameplay starts traditionally around 12:45 p.m. Pacific time. You know there's 3 hours of gameplay around 1 p.m.ish. Why would you come for the scheduled podcast at 11:15 and complain that there's a podcast? Don't attend the podcast.
Good job.
Like, oh my god.
Okay.
Telling people to not watch his shit. Great job. You should do that more often. It helps.
Yikes. Moved on to lunch. No, you know, it's the opposite of that.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
We need that analogy.
Yeah. What is it?
There you go.
Food.
Dentronic says, like ordering breakfast after the kitchen moved on to lunch. No, you know, it's the opposite of that.
Oh.
You show up at breakfast and you're yelling at the kitchen, why aren't you putting out dinner? It's breakfast, stupid. You're early. You can come back when dinner is served. Don't demand that the business completely change the way it operates because you can't adhere to a schedule.
You can't adhere to a schedule. Like, bro.
You're at work.
Oh.
You're working. You're at work, brother. Come on. Stick to the schedule, bitch.
Like, what are you talking about?
What are you
Good
talking
lord.
about?
All right.
Good lord, idiots. One-sided snort.
Engage with chat more. You don't really talk with chat during gameplay unless it's to moderate, tell chat to stop going off topic, or to read a super chat.
Correct.
You say it's a chill environment, but you yell at people when they don't talk about your gameplay. Maybe if you chat with people who go off topic, it can lead to interesting and meaningful conversations.
How is he going to debunk that?
No.
Before I continue with that, I do try to engage with my chat. The problem is what you're addressing.
They're all
again,
dent-headed. They're all dent-headed. It's really tough.
So before I engage with that comment just now, I'm gonna go waste a bunch of time by saying a bunch of useless bullshit. Okay? Sound good?
Okay. Got it.
Tell this person just watches detractor content and doesn't watch my content. Because
yes.
the detractors will highlight the moments when I get upset if someone derailed the chat and say, oh, see, this is all filled in on stream today. When in reality, that was 1/40th of what happened on the stream. It was one moment.
Oh.
No, what I find is
Railed the chat.
But still,
anything for the now we're 1/40th, by the way. It was 1/20th, 90%, 40th.
That was
now.
the 40th. This is
he's
tough.
technically admitting that this happens every stream. If it's 1/40th of every stream, then so why do you get pissed off at your chat every day?
Yeah.
It should not happen, I think.
If I'm playing a game and the chat disengages from it, right? Like this has happened with a couple
And they
Final
do
Fantasy
that
streams.
a
I'm
lot.
doing the open world content, and then people just start talking about other topics, right? I don't care if you talk about other topics, but understand if you're talking about shit that I don't know about, why are you doing that in my chat when you know the streamer is not interested? Like, let's talk about sports and baseball. I don't fucking know anything about sports and
That sounds
baseball,
hype.
so why are
Let's
you
do
talking
that.
about it in my chat? This has not ever been a sports discussion stream, so why are you derailing the chat with that? You know that's not a topic I'm interested in. There's probably 7,000 other streams going on right now of someone who loved to talk about sports. This
No,
is
there's
not one
not.
of them. So why?
Again, telling people to not watch a stream simply because they want to talk about sports.
Why do you want to talk about stuff? Get the fuck out of here.
Go
Devera
away.
says
I don't
literally
talk
he did-
about
yeah.
sports.
And remember, he called the last person that asked the question an idiot too. So keep that in
Yeah.
mind as he tells you how he doesn't do that.
In the chat, you see, those are the things that go crazy. If you're talking about something I understand or whatever, you want to ask my opinion and you tag me in the
he
chat, I
doesn't
always
understand a
talk
lot.
about that. Hell, I mean, half the time I'm playing the Yakuza games, the discussions we're having is completely off topic from what's going on in the game. So again,
So why
stop
is that
watching.
okay then?
Yeah, why is that cool? Is that cool? Or I thought you don't know about stuff. You don't
Sports
know.
is not okay. Talking about Yakuza, off-topic shit in Yakuza is okay. Oh, I guess because it's a chill night stream. That's okay
That's
then.
chill. That's chill.
On the main stream, we
Yes.
talk about DSP, the game, and anything DSP wants to talk about. Night stream, you can talk about what you want. Except sports, that is.
Right.
And all the other things.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Okay.
Reduce the wait
Yeah,
period
ready.
to chat. A 24 hours wait to chat is absurd. There's streamers that have as many trolls as you do and maybe more, and they don't do this because even they know this is an insane wait period. This is single-handedly ruining any chance you have in retaining newcomers. If the trolling is as bad as you say it is, get more moderators. You've had trust issues about giving people wrenches since the rogue mod incident. I don't know what that means because there's been more.
Yes,
than
you do.
one.
He
That's
does.
what that is.
He doesn't
You
know which
about it.
one, though. That's the whole thing.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Good point.
many.
Good point. Right.
Mod who's basically been like a catfish situation. Rogue mods
So-
happen.
oh,
Shouldn't
you know
be-
it then. Okay. He does know it. Thank you. Thanks for clearing that
you
up. I wasn't sure.
trusting of people. If someone wants to help in moderation, make them a mod. Okay, so literally, here we go again.
Uh-oh.
So what other streamers do is different from what you do. That automatically makes it better. Okay, what streamers are you
But it works for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing.
Crazy. Did
talking
you see him
about?
searching through his Rolodex of excuses there before he started
Uh-huh.
talking, by the way? Just
Yeah, they really
full
he
on-
rolled it a few times. He's like, hang on, go through not
Hold on.
there.
No, it's not RPG. It's not RPG nonsense. It's not dropped inputs. Not like other people. Not like other people. Yeah.
They're saying people with more trolls than me. Well, who has more trolls than me? Wings of Redemption?
Okay.
I don't know.
Catching
Who else
strays.
has more trolls than me? Not many. You know, take that from the mouth of Mike Klum himself.
Oh,
He's
please
not the
clip that one.
be all
Now
end all.
that's an out of context clip.
Yeah.
What could we take from the mouth of Mike Klum?
As I'm jacking off a tiny wiener.
He was doing the research for this documentary. He said to me, my God, at first I thought that you were exaggerating, but now that I've actually done the research, you absolutely have probably the biggest troll.
Yes.
Cool.
Whoa, he said that?
He
Why do we
agrees with
care?
me.
community
Wow,
I've ever
what a
seen.
badass.
And he's been involved with Boogie. He's been involved with other people you guys don't even know, other documentaries he's working on and failed and he didn't do them. People
really
who are
cool.
like
you?
Oh, you must be really cool then, dude.
massive lolcow shit on the internet.
The real question in this case is why? Why does he have so many trolls? If he's like a perfectly amazing, awesome guy that's better than everybody else, even the people that have no trolls, then why is this the case?
He was thrown into this, America.
Oh yeah, it was life, thrown him into life or something.
And he outright admitted mine's the worst.
Oh no, they said they're the most, not the worst. Not the worst. Because Wing's got a bunch of people trying to ruin his life on a daily basis. And Phil got a bunch of people calling him a flathead. That's a little bit different.
How is that an admission, by the way? Like, as if Mike was like, "Oh, you got me, Phil. Yeah, you are the worst, and therefore the best."
Yeah, what he just wants to be number one in everything possible.
Yeah.
You know,
So, I don't know
it's not a positive.
who you're talking about, who you think has more trolls than me. You're probably wrong. All right.
Is this part
but
of the
fact
question?
is, they
No. Go
probably
ahead.
thrive on that shit. The reason they even have anyone showing up to their streams is because they don't moderate. So because of that, they don't have any content to offer.
They do.
All they do is lolcow shit. So when the drama starts, that's when they profit. So let the
similar to
trolls
what
come
you
into
do,
my
yeah.
chat and insult me and send super chats that are insulting me and do all this
Hey,
shit.
insult me.
You know, so I don't do that. I don't play that game. I don't.
Oh.
My content is valid. My content is positive. My content has meaning and
Valid?
merit to an audience that wants to see it. It's not the
Yeah,
time that filters on the
stupid.
stream. Everyone just rip him a new asshole as a lolcow, and that's how he profits. So if you want to see the lolcow marathon shit, you can go watch other content creators.
The question
who even are
was
on a
again, why don't you have more moderators?
Yes.
Yeah.
By
And-
his definition.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, Meerkat.
And also, the first part of the question, the beginning was, why not reduce the waiting time so more
Yes.
people can actually talk in chat? Because chat is already restrictive enough. Like you just said, you can't talk about anything he doesn't care about. So you can only talk about food and the current video game he's playing.
Yeah.
So reminder, his last comment was, if you want to see lolcow shit, go somewhere else. Like, excuse me, sir, I asked about why don't you have more mods, or why do you just not interact with chat? That was my question. Sorry.
fucking podcast called that, and you can leave me the fuck alone. But it's hilarious. So reduce asking for support. Okay, valid suggestion. When you actually get into the meat of it, claiming that I do 10 to 30-minute segments just asking for support, as if I just
They didn't
stop
say
making
that.
content to talk about
Different
it and refuse
person,
to
brother.
make content until someone supports my stream. False. You watch too much detractor content. Shorten the podcast. Just show up after the podcast.
So first he calls it valid, and then he says, but it's actually false. Stop watching the trolls.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Podcast is done. There's a schedule for a reason. Engage with chat more. I do. Stop watching detractor content. Reduce the wait period to chat. Stop watching lolcows and
What?
detractor content. So stop watching detractors. Stop
How's
watching
that a
detractors. Stop
response to
watching
that?
How
detractors.
was the, wait, excuse me, sir. How was the fourth one connected to, please don't have 24-hour wait periods. Stop watching detractor content?
Oh, by the way,
we
let's
say it's true when it is.
Oh.
learn how to read a schedule. Thank
And
you
learn how
Okay.
to read a schedule. That's how we close it
for the
off.
suggestions.
Okay.
Oh man, I was hoping that this
Duper's delight.
video,
There it is.
I was hoping this video would have the whole segment of him shitting on the suggestion box concept itself and saying that
Yeah.
people are getting entitled and they're too demanding. But this is a good one.
That was a good one, huh?
Yeah, it was.
That was a good one.
If you haven't noticed yet, okay,
Okay.
most of the problems that people seem to have with me actually aren't problems that they have with me.
No.
What?
Oh my god! All the problems are they're all related and they're all the same shit and they're all about him. Let's hear how it's not about him though.
It's problems that they have based on watching detractor content. Like you watched out of context, negative, defamatory content about me that's seriously molded to do that, to insult me and make me look bad. And then you come and complain without actually having watched the real me to know that it's not valid stuff. That's a you problem, not a me problem. And I hate to say it, more and more over these years, I'm seeing
Of course.
really this
That's
is
the
the
craziest
problem.
one. That's the craziest part of the whole fucking thing. It's not about me. Wow. All the bad shit you said, that's from the detractors. Showing you things that I've done. Okay.
It's people just don't want to take 5 seconds to fucking see who the real person is or what the real content is. Instead, they just want to laugh along with the meme, and it makes you fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
Oh,
There's
makes
just
you
so
why?
many really
You're getting
frustrating
stupider
people on
watching
the
us.
internet who just don't take 5 seconds to think for themselves. They just follow that sheep mentality of everyone hates this guy, so it must all be true. I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm certainly not saying that I'm flawless, and I'm certainly not saying that I haven't done stupid shit over the years. I have. And it's right for you to call me out on it when it happens. But when this is
But what he just said that the problems people have with him are not actually problems with him. He said this less than a minute ago. And now it's like, well, I do have some problems. Well, which
Some
one
people
is it?
do have problems with me, and that's okay, and that's fine. I agree with them.
supposed to be the suggestion box, and literally all the stuff you just suggested is stuff that doesn't happen.
Oh,
I don't know what else to say.
Multiple people said the same thing, but yes, they're all just making shit up. Okay, cool.
Stop watching the
24
shit.
hours. The 24-hour subscription thing doesn't happen.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
that's
Pretty,
a tractor
okay.
meme. That's,
Sorry,
you watch too
sorry.
much Snort Hogan. Stop.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Sorry.
Stop watching Snort Hogan. Clearly.
There we go. I guess that's it with that one, you guys.
Yeah. Big ups. I'm really getting a few shout outs here. Big ups to Rodrigo. Says, as a former hospital worker that worked 24/7 and did third shift 3 times a week during the pandemic, when DSP says 1 hour overtime of playing Scorn is a night shift, it's just infuriating. Sir, I can agree. I can understand how that'd be infuriating when you do real night shifts and his night shift is Scorn.
Thank you for your
7
service.
to 10 p.m.
And finishing at 10 p.m., wrapping up at 10 p.m.
Whoa,
Tired.
real barn burner all night.
Logan K in the house says he's in control of his destiny, just like a man living in his wife's boyfriend's basement. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
He's definitely in control of his destiny. That's why he makes so much. Copeside Phil says the man who says life isn't black and white only deals in extremes. Good point. He says he loves to say this. Everyone wants to think black and white, okay? But every time he is faced with a difficult question, he'll bring up the extremes of two sides too. Good point.
Absolutely.
Jay Wusso in the house says, let's not forget he has Nightbot begging for him. Oh yes, and I
Rapid
did see
fire.
recently there was a 4 is the longest I've seen streak of Nightbot in a row. 4 in a row. So big ups Nightbot holding it down with those begs.
Yeah, well,
That's because I think that's because he has 4 separate like Nightbot things happening in 15-minute intervals.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes. He didn't set it up in one. You can set them up so each one comes every 15 minutes, but he has 4 separate. Yeah, so it's just he dentedly set it up. Lord Kane in the house says the delusions are killing him slowly. Absolutely. Big ups to Mickey Thor says, please clip only in context begging. Thanks. Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell Snort Hogan to get on that.
Good advice.
Only
That's
clip
good advice.
in context begging, Snort Hogan. Please.
It's also in the channel's best interest to clip the entire context, because then you get a longer video for people to watch. So
And it's less work.
Yeah.
You'd only have to do 2 cuts instead of like, I don't know, 4 or maybe. Like,
Yeah, I want to know how to put those begs in context without watching the whole thing. Is that what he really wants? Snort Hogan, just put the whole video up, please. 2-hour stream or 4-hour stream, just put it all up.
gotta
That'd
make a
great
contribution
highlight
to
video.
DSP. You gotta
Amazing.
contribute.
Kaiser in the house says, did you guys hear that Washington State is not going to require lawyers to pass the bar exam anymore?
Wow.
I'm sensing a
I
robust
heard
legal
that.
side fill career change. No, I don't think so. But is that true though? That's pretty intense. No
It's
more bar
crazy.
exam.
True, yeah.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Nice. Copeside Phil says he's demanding more money to continue Final Fantasy VII. Yep, that's how he. Remember though, nothing's on ransom. It's all about the money. It's not about money. It's about having fun with you guys. Positive. Copeside Phil says, don't think, just consume product. Yep. Don't check out the tractor memes. Don't watch Keemstar. Just watch Phil Up. Phil Mack in the house with a suitcase style sticker. I see a briefcase with like a smiley face on it. Pretty cool.
Pretty
Battery
hype.
Super Scuffer in the house says, this is like a politician taking tough questions. Uh-huh. Yep. Nothing wrong with that. Copeside Phil says, Memeology, Snort, and everyone else always post the entire clip. No editing, no nothing, just the whole clip with the full context. Yeah, when they don't do it, they put it in the title so you know it's like summarized. Sometimes do the summarized clips where like they do make funny shit, but it's very clear, you know? Phil's
Here's
not
the
saying,
abridged version, and here's the link to the full rant, right? Like,
Yeah,
if you only have 2 hours to listen to DSP stuff today, listen to the abridged version, then go on to the full stuff when you have a day and a half to listen.
Yeah, absolutely. So that'll do it for today. I hope everyone enjoyed our talking today about the guy, the clips, and all the nonsense. Big ups to Snoot and Baxter for filling in. Snoot, anything you want to plug about the tractor beam?
We're always on Wednesday nights and Thursday nights and Saturday nights. So, come in, or Saturday days. I'm bad at this. Just
Oh
come
my God,
hang out
horrible.
whenever. Whereas we usually put she schedules it. You know what's coming. Shut up.
Yeah. Exter, big ups, brother. Anything you want to plug here? Come on, hit us with it.
Yeah, well, obviously, want to plug all you guys. You're doing a great job. Meerkat took the reins away from Alt. He's enjoying it, not having to host this. Obviously,
free.
this one went a little better because last time OBS flunked on Meerkat. So it wasn't his fault. He did everything correct. Obviously, Snoot, big ups for coming out. Nice meeting you. And you're all doing a great job. Thank you, the fans. Thanks for the donations. You're the best.
Meerkat, anything you want to plug out? You streaming today? Any style reacting? What are you doing today, brother?
I don't think so. I think it's my day off. So
Okay,
yeah,
day off.
I
Good for
just want
you.
to say, everybody, don't forget your tummy time and make sure to keep it flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's it. Peace out, brothers. See you next time.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family and Jasper. And, you know, the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously. All those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. You know, it was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. You know, like I'm happy with who I am.